Oh, I'm sitting here just staring at that cat. You guys, it's just the morning. All right. I am running late. I have thrown out the links, and I think I messed up by throwing out the links to Facebook. I did. I did. I don't. You guys, this week has been something else. That's me just taking a breath. Breathe in the good and breathe out the other. Breathe in and breathe out. Um, but we will get some panel members in a minute. Oh, there was Traci. Traci. Oh, I don't know, girl. I do not even know. I have. I think I shared it wrong on my page, so I'm trying to delete it. Traci, could you do me a big favor and share it on my page and on Porch Church? I love you too, Traci. You just don't know how much. Like I said, you are my second half. Oh, I feel like every move I make is creaking this morning. Oh, look, I'm gonna miss the boys when they go back to school. I'm gonna miss them. They make me laugh. They are so funny to me, especially when one was talking about getting married. But I was glad I got to see Abriana yesterday and got to see her leave. And I know that she's in church and she was so cute. She had her little hair bow in and I don't know. She was happy, and that's all that matters. Oh goodness, hold on. Somebody knocked at my door. If anybody comes in the chat, just tell them I'll be right back. Hey. I heard it too. Well, Traci, I guess me and Bailey, I guess we're both imagining hearing somebody knock. So heck, it's just me and you. What you want to talk about? Joy told me yesterday when she came on, she said, have you watched my live from yesterday? I said, no. And I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh my goodness. What I did yesterday was right on line with what she did. And in case somehow the chat disappears, I'm not sitting in my kitchen talking to myself, you guys. I got my second half, Traci. She's in the chat because I did just set this sucker up at 8:30, I think 8:33 or something like that. I usually do them in advance. So if you just now come across this mess, that's why. Oh. Hey, Traci, I should throw on some music because I don't have to worry about getting kicked out. Oh, thank you. I see. I don't know why when I posted the link, it looked like a link to just join StreamYard. It wasn't like a post to join mine. I don't know. It was weird. So, good morning, Darlene. Look, Traci's singing to you, but she's in the chat, so you can't hear her. Oh, look, I'm discombobulated or whatever you call it this morning. I've been setting these up the night before, and then I don't have to feel like I'm rushed. And this morning, I couldn't remember if I did or I didn't. So when I didn't, and I was up by 7:30, well, 7, I think I set my alarm clock for. I don't know how it got from 7 to 8:30 real quick. So look, Darlene, I'm just here. I threw that bow. I don't know what I'm going to do when this bow tears up. It keeps my hair back because I don't know. So Darlene, I got to visit your page to see how many babies you've got. Is the baby making season over with the goats? I know you're typing, Darlene. See, Darlene, you could come in here with me. See, I mean, I'm just saying. Sassy mouth. Traci, Darlene B's sassy. She is sassy. It's that farm girl thing. They are so beautiful. I would just love to be where, yeah, see, I swear that Traci, she walked outside and showed me Norgus the red hen, and it was so funny. That hen's so cute. Makes me laugh. I should have brought something in here to work on. I mean, I've got stuff, but then I tried to take stuff out of here. I think today that's what I'll do. I'll work on some stuff. I've got some stuff in the that I've started, and maybe that'll help me get back to feeling like I'm myself. Yesterday was kind of emotional. I it should. I know if Casey was to watch this, he'd say, "Mama, what's the I shush?" I was trying to think what I was gonna say, and it's just I don't have words sometimes. Oh yeah, they have geese too, and they're loud. The geese are loud. But I might get to see my granddaughter again in about a month, I think. So Traci, yes, kiss those boys and be thankful for the time that you get to watch them during the summer. I used to do that with my grandson, and he'll be 15 in October. I haven't talked to him. I haven't talked to him in months, but he's got my phone number. And like I said, he'll be 15, so he knows how to use a phone. That's okay. I can't. Hi. Now, is that pronounced Ronnie? Is that pronounced Ronnie or Roni? We are all good. I'm just sitting here rambling. My second half, Traci, is usually in here, but she's watching her grandsons today, and she's not feeling well. But if she had been in here, she would have sung to you. So you'll have to come back for that. You'll have to come back for the singing part. That'll probably be Monday, maybe. But so Darlene, do you guys eat the eggs, or what do you do with geese eggs? I don't know. And Roni, you are a first time. I see. I keep thinking I'm saying it wrong. How do you say it? Let me find my phone so I can see real time because this lags, and I don't want to keep saying it wrong. So I am going to pull it up. Okay, I'm not able to help with the orphans right now. Where are you from? Ronnie, where are you from? Are you from here? Okay, Trace, I will. Darling, we're going to get this ball a rolling. I am about to, Tracy's going to jump on. Well, I'm glad that you are doing the Lord's work. I try to feel like that's what I do in doing this. I know it don't seem like much, but I just try to get the message out there to as many people as I can. Tracy, I am going to throw it out there for you. There you go, Tracy. And when you come in, Tracy, I'll do a prayer when you come in. I didn't know Blandean. Where's Blandean? There's my love. Blandean, you can come in if you want to. And Darlene's gonna come in, and when Darlene ain't gonna come in. Not this time anyway. I'm still trying to talk her into it. But Tracy's gonna come in. Tracy's she's not feeling well, and she's got her boys. But Blandine, you could come in if you want to. I've done this like old school today. It's just me talking to the chat. No. And Ronnie, I am so sorry. Um, Mondays, um, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are women only. Tuesdays, I have guys on the panel, and Fridays, I have guys on the panel. But the other days, I can't. I don't have guys on the panel. I know that doesn't sound. It might not. It might sound different, but it might not. It might sound different, but that's. It might sound different, but.
Here we go. Sorry. I'm sitting on the couch with my feet up, so I don't try not to make you sick.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pray for you, and you guys just let us be of one mind and one accord this morning to pray for Tracy. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and thank you for allowing us to be able to be up and on our feet, which is a wonderful thing for us. And Lord, I pray for Tracy and I pray for her test results for us to find out what is going on with her because I don't know what I would do without my Tracy. And Lord, thank you for those beautiful boys in the background and thank you for the time that Tracy gets to spend with them and to just sink in the love and blessing of having grandchildren. And Lord, I pray for each and every one that comes across this. And I pray that through something you'll see God's hand in what that we are trying to accomplish all in you. And Lord, again, just put your hands on Tracy, Lord, and just protect her. In God's name. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Amen. Boys, I'm gonna be on here for just a minute, so can we keep it down to a dull roar? Dull roar. I'll be off in a little bit and I'll play with you guys. But okay, so lemonade for the party. All right. These guys are crazy. Hi, Blandean.
Good morning, Blandean.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm still alive. That's a good thing.
Let me go check on Mama.
I know.
All right,
I
I'm gonna
know.
sing real quick. Good morning, Darlene B and Blandine too, and little Ronnie Joseph. Good morning to you all.
Thank you so much. I haven't heard that for so long.
It's been a week. I have
It's
been
good seeing
so
you.
down and
I know,
out,
sweetie.
and I'm sitting. I've
Me
got different
too. Me
backgrounds because
too.
I'm sitting on the couch with my feet up.
I don't blame you. I know. I had to bring a friend to the doctor, or I'd be in the bed taking a nap. I've had a rough week after going through that with our dog, and then just it's just.
Yeah,
I think it's been like 3 weeks. It's been rough.
yeah.
So
Boys are running around like crazy men. Good morning, Geanna. Good morning to you. Good morning, Geanna. Good morning to you.
Did you find my pistol? Yes. Thanks. So I've been looking for it.
All
Can you guys
right.
go in the playroom
Mama's having a hard time breathing this
for a little
morning.
bit?
I can hear her all the way in here.
Oh my goodness.
And she has her CPAP on, that covers her whole mouth, but I can still hear her. So
hey,
the puppy, I knew Bailey was going in there whimpering and whining, and I couldn't figure out why.
Oh,
Oh, Ronnie, I will. The way I can see your how to get to your page, I'll be able to copy that, and so his page is www.hope2millions.org. Okay, but hey, Gianna,
I'm on my.
Miss Miss Gianna, would you like to come in too? Tracy's not feeling well, and so she popped in for a few.
good
Hey,
morning
go ahead.
to T. Good morning to you. Good morning to T. Good morning to you.
I need to
And
post
Ronnie,
so I can.
thank you for all the work that you do for the Lord. I don't hear of much missionary people anymore, but I'm sure that, people still go out on missions and help.
Oh, Geanna.
Oh,
I'm not feeling so hot either. I'm sitting on the couch with my feet propped up, but my legs are just killing me. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I just don't know. I went to the doctor yesterday and she was more worried about dots I have on me than anything else.
but though, Tracy, all that does kind of go together. Think about like circulation problems.
Yeah.
If something's going on somewhere else in your body, say, if your blood's not circulating, then that's going to make your legs hurt.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
I
That's what
could,
Ron said. He's like, if
Fibromyalgia.
there's like, because what she was explaining to me is it could be like the capillaries seeping blood out. So that could be happening in my joints too, which could explain why I've been so achy. But I don't know. I just wish they would figure it out.
um, I couldn't last night get fixed. Sound like my grandmama. I couldn't get fixed for nothing last night. And now I guess that's a southern term. Do you guys understand that? It's where you can't get situated, or no matter how you lay in bed. And Tracy, I know, and I'm sitting here rubbing my legs too because
Mhm.
they are bothering me. But it's where you try to lay one way and you can't, you lay another way. And
Fidget back and forth.
yes, and you try to put a pillow at one point and no. And I am, oh man. Now I know I brought, speaking of being achy and all, I brought my medicine and I don't know what I've done with it. Let me look.
It is so, I know that you guys are having like heat wave down south, but it has cooled off so much up here that we have the windows all open again and all the air off, and that's why you can see the little crack behind me because I can feel the breeze coming in behind me. And as long as my nice but strange neighbor man doesn't start shouting in the window, "Hey neighbor," we'll be just fine.
Oh
He's
goodness.
a nice guy, but he makes me nervous when Ryan's not home because he's
Oh.
a little too friendly.
Oh. Well, I would tell you if I have it right.
And Ron, good morning. And good morning to you. Good morning, and good morning to you.
Good morning, Ann. Yeah, the couple days that I wasn't on, um, they I was moved by how many people that like like what we do, and they love you singing to them, Tracy.
And
Yeah.
I know, and it's such a silly little thing, but and I think it started, I was thinking about this last night. I think it all started back when I finally was sleeping at night and I was in such a good mood that I just started singing to everybody that came on, and then people liked it, so I kept doing it. Now it's like sometimes I feel so silly, but
No,
if people like it, if I can touch one person and make them smile, then it's worth it.
yep. And to the whole Anamora, and you just,
Mhm.
let me see. But yeah, the couple of days that I was just flat on my back, and then the one day I said, "Look, I can't do today, but I love you guys." And I was shocked that 34 people come on to, see me say that, and, that they miss when we don't do this.
Yeah,
And,
they do.
and,
I
me
miss
and
it when we don't do this, but
yeah,
I have been so, and I know you were feeling terrible earlier this week, and I have been feeling so terrible. It's crazy. We're too connected that we
but
feel bad at the same time.
I tell you, Tracy, it made me realize, with that happening, it made me realize that how easy it how easy it would be to slip back into that depression if I don't keep doing what God wants me to do.
Right.
And because that bedroom just brought back, um, I guess 4 years almost of memory, cutting myself off. And I can't do that again.
Yeah.
And then people that you don't even realize that you're touched.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
There she is again.
Oh, T-shot.
All right. Come on,
Here's
Blandean.
Blandean.
And that's part of our room.
Say something and see if we can hear you better.
Okay. I'm just kidding. And I'm gonna bring. We have a fruit snack.
Yes, baby.
Because.
I can't hear you, Blandean.
And then you have to. And then I have to pay it. And then you go over there.
Blandean sound. Oh, it's in the hole, that's why. Yeah, Blandean, we can't hear you.
Thanks. Welcome.
So Ann says she's starting to cook her own sisters. Are you picking us the sisters, Ann? Because we sure will accept it.
Yep, we'll pick you. I'm not close to, I'm closer to some of the people in here than I am to my sisters. I have one sister that's just got some pretty serious mental illness, so she's hard to be close to. She's hard to have a real relationship with,
Yeah. My little brother was that way. And well, not my, the one that was 2 years younger. I always call him my little brother because, my other brother died when he was 3. So he was actually, oh,
Oh man, that's sad.
yes, her sisters. My little brother Ian was hit. He was hit by a car, and the woman was in mourning. She had not only her dad was in the hospital, but her brother was in the hospital too. And her dad, I forget what was wrong with him. He was dying, and she just, I don't know why she took a little side road, and just so happened, my sister and my little brother was there, and my little brother just happened to run out from the, run out in front of the road, run out in the road. But anyway, when I talk about my little brother, it's 2 years younger than me, and he was severely bipolar. He was undiagnosed because nothing was wrong with him. Okay, Blandon.
I think that still the StreamYard's still having a little trouble with the mobile devices, I
That's
think.
right. That's right.
Yeah, baby. Yes, you can.
Yeah, and yesterday I had crying, I guess, and yes, I did. Go in there, and me and Casey pray, or me pray, because oh, you know, forgiving those that hurt and tear down is hard to do sometimes. It's even harder to do when it's a family member.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to do. I talked to my older sister yesterday, and she's so spirited. I mean, I mean, if you think I'm full of spit and vinegar, she is too. But she was telling me, "Well, I'm just so mad." I said, "Well, no, don't say nothing." I said, "Just let it go." But I said, "I know," and I said, "Aren't
I
you trying to help me
absolutely
just
forgot
forgive
my
and let God deal with things?" I said, "Well, that's what we have to do."
brother.
And I said, "We can't let, we can't see who's experiencing
Trying
anger,
to pick me up. Why?
and
Because
I'm
look
experiencing
at the
sorrow
ground. I'll tell you
because our family's going through
why.
right now." And
You go in the playroom.
Yeah, I'll pick you up. Okay. I'll be by the garbage and recycling.
They're so
Okay.
they are so darn cute when they're playing, but it's just crazy.
it's funny the things they say.
Mm,
Um, that's why I said it brings back memories. And I really think, Tracy, I think I needed to hear that.
yeah.
I think I needed that,
Then you heard it.
the happy chit chat with kids. I
And
did.
then
I
you
needed to hear
heard, and then you went on your phone and heard and saw the text. And I said this.
I know.
We hired to my.
I agree, Gianna. I wish I had a half of their energy. They start school next week, and it's such a bittersweet thing because I'm tired and I haven't felt good this weekend, so it's been really hard this week. But I know when they go back to school, I'll miss them being here every day. Kaylin, can you please go in the playroom? Please go in the playroom. Please. Please. Go get a fruit snack, but then I need you guys to go in the playroom for a little bit. For like a half an hour. Can you do that? Can you play quietly? Okay. Oh my goodness, the kitchen has to be the workshop.
Well, the way I look at things is, would I be able?
Brantley wants to say hi real quick.
Hey,
Kaylin, jump in over here next to Brantley.
hey, beautiful boys, handsome boys. Oh,
Brantley and Kaylin.
you two look like twins. I know you got from different places,
Well,
but
we do got a different kind of light skin in the screen.
Yep.
yeah, you do. One of you's white like me, and one of you dark like your nana.
Yep.
I'm a white banana.
Yep,
No.
you're like the Nana.
I'm the white rotten banana.
You're the white rotten banana. You're so
I'm
funny.
spoiled rotten here.
I know you are.
Hey, Wanda.
Good morning to Wanda. Good morning to you. Good morning to Wanda. Good morning to you. Are they not funny, Darlene B? They are just so funny. How their things they come up with just crack me up.
And they look like twins. Didn't you say there's only 6 months between the two?
There's only 2 months and 3 days. Brantley's birthday is February 5th, and Callan was born April 8th of the same year. So there's just a couple months between them. So they are kind of like twins.
My ex-sister-in-law, there were 15 days between our two.
Yeah.
So, me and her, that's why I loved her so much, and I was closer to her than anybody, even who I was married to. I always said I married her and not him, but I wish I could find my picture. We're standing belly to belly, So I didn't have to go through my first pregnancy by myself. And she was a lot younger. So I think she might have been 16
Yeah.
and I was 20. And so well, she had her daughter first.
Mhm.
Then I had Tiffany, and I remember having a dream. And the next morning, I told her, I said, I'm so mad at you. And she said, why? I said, I dreamed we had our babies, and we had girls. And back then, they really
You
didn't
didn't
have.
really know.
They had to kind of guess.
Yep.
So we really didn't know what we were going to have. And so anyway, I said I had a dream that you had this fat healthy baby. And now this girl, she smoked, she was alka filter like forever, and I didn't do none of that. And I said, and my baby came out all sickly. I said, but they were girls. Sure enough, both girls, her baby was this little baby, and 7.5 pounds. So she was sickly looking. I mean, but yeah, what I dreamed pretty much came true. So there's Jennifer.
Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you.
All right, Ann says she has to go, but I love you.
Thanks for stopping in, Ann.
Almost time for us.
Love you, sister.
Tomorrow will be hat day. I'll be creative. I need some silliness. But Traci was talking about our health and all earlier. With the MRI, first I read where I don't know. See, I don't know how to read stuff in case that's why he says, Mama, you got to quit reading your own medical records.
Mhm.
But so, it was negative this, negative that. And I'm like, well, negative means there's nothing wrong with the way I looked at it.
Mhm.
And good. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome tea.
So I'm looking at it, and of course, the 4 and 5, L4 and 5. Not only do I have bulging disc, which explains the knot I feel in my back so bad, but
There you go. There's
it says
$100.
they're compressing inward on my spine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, the feeling that I get when I feel like I have to sit down real quick because my legs don't want to work.
Mhm.
And that's probably why I'm having leg pain down both legs now. But all my doctor said, get out and walk. Get out
Look,
and walk.
there's Derek. I'm missing to Derek. Good morning to Derek. Good morning to you. Good morning to Derek. Good morning to you. Did you
I
see
know.
I got a delivery from Brantley? See the $100 he gave me? I wish it was that easy, huh?
Derek, I hope that Rebecca, I need to send her a message. Open her box yesterday. I opened it yesterday, but I got it the day before. From Rebecca. I was.
I found a way how you can honk
What,
make noise.
what number is she at, Derek? What number is Rebecca at now? Because I got her one of the milestone giveaways. I still forget. I don't always look at people's numbers unless they're trying to, get to another milestone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Blandean, I love you. But then I got the package in from Patsy Crafty. So MawMaw got some lipstick that she gave to me.
And when you got that,
Casey got. I forget what Casey got. I know she's one.
all around.
You sent me.
And my bike was tipped over.
Aww.
Today.
It's a pen. Isn't that a cute little old bear with the halo? He looks like
That
a
is
grumpy.
so cute.
But don't he look grumpy?
He does. His face looks grumpy, but
Wake up.
That is
that's
so
cute.
cute. So I wasn't expecting that, and he's got little gold flakes on him too. So I know what I have to do with him. He's so cute. I want to keep him, but I know what I have to do with him.
And then you went home and then you looked at my chest for the stove.
See, I'm looking forward for Jennifer to come on too, the panel.
Go live.
I'm looking forward to it.
36.
I didn't have time to put. I didn't even have time to put all the
Then I have to
everybody
trip you.
links in there.
Or we like,
And
Okay.
and you
I think I have two of your links, Tracy, since you had the two channels,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had to figure out how to find Joy's link, and I think took the long link, but I thought I had Joy's in there. I'm like, wait a minute, how do I not have Joy's in my long list of everything?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was funny because see, I didn't.
There's Joy. Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Take it away, Darlene.
Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. That's my joy. My joy. So, Joy, I tell you, yesterday morning, I promise I didn't steal your thunder from the other night. When I went back and watched that video, and I'm like, what? What? But are you working? I'll put the link out. I tell you what, G is
Aww.
probably at the keys. This is her husband, Greg. I am sending her to bed after sitting up all night. Oh,
Put her to bed, Greg.
oh, bless her heart. But
Such a sweet, sweet, sweet person Geanna is. She's so sweet, and she stayed up all night with her granddaughter and still came on for a few minutes.
and she is, and it um made me feel, so special. Her say that she told me and MawMaw that we walked the red road with her, and
Aww.
that is what they call. That's what they do in their church. That's what they call that, walking the red road, which is, the blood of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's handed down through their culture. And many people I guess, don't understand the Indian culture, the ones that are still trying to carry it on, that, their walk with Christ. People don't understand
Mm-hmm.
that they do know Christ and they do love him. And people, uh sometimes we don't take time to learn other cultures and learn their beliefs.
Right. That's so true. And I think that's a huge part of what is wrong. Some of what is wrong in America is that people don't take time to get to know people of different beliefs and different heritage and learn somebody's heritage, because so much of who they are comes from their heritage. And mean, my husband is the same way. I mean, his mother came from the Netherlands. He's first generation American. And so much of who he is formed from the way his mom was from the old country, and as she would call it. And he's not the typical born and raised in the USA West Side boy here in West Michigan. He's definitely has quirks from being raised by somebody who is very different nationality wise than the rest of us. Although there's a lot of Dutch people in West Michigan, they're Dutch by many generations ago, and he's Dutch by his mom and dad,
But people have to start understanding that Christian values, that Christians didn't start over here. That's what people don't understand. We are a young country. The United States is a very young country.
Exactly.
And you have to go all the way back to Genesis to understand that, hey, it started there. It didn't start here. Eden didn't start here in the United States.
Yep.
And so prejudices, you have to kind of think about it. And the way I think heaven's going to be, there's going to be so many different cultures and so many different skin colors. And I mean, it is going to be, that's what I see as amazing.
Right.
That's what I picture, heaven as being.
There's so much, there's going to be so many different backgrounds, and like people get so hung up on denomination of churches here in today's world, but we all worship the same God and we all believe in the same God, and it really shouldn't matter if somebody goes to a Pentecostal or Baptist, Southern Baptist, or all of the different things, or Catholic or Methodist, or my husband grew up Christian Reformed, and we all believe in the same God.
We all just should love him. And what did he say?
Somebody's at my door. I'll be right back.
Good morning, Raven. Look, I don't have my cheat sheet today, and I'm kind of off in space, so I'm going to call it like I see it. And this morning, you're Raven. I like that anyway. I like the word Raven, and just like Maggie, is it Maggie Doodles? Every time I think that's her name. When I see her name come across the screen, it makes me think of cookies. I don't know why.
Oh my goodness, what are you guys doing?
We're listening to music.
Okay, well, listen to music in the playroom. I love you. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you. Oh my goodness. So that was like the Census Bureau already checking mailing addresses and stuff for the next census. Is that crazy?
Look, when you said that, I thought of Oh Brother, the movie Oh Brother. Did you ever see that? And the little boy said, "I nicked the census taker," or something like that, and the guy said, "Good boy," or something like that.
Yeah.
Because he shot at the census man. Back then, they didn't like anybody coming to their house asking questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, do you Tracy, do you know, isn't there Maggie, what is it, Maggie Doodle or Maggie?
Yeah, Maggie. Yeah, Maggie Doodle. That's right.
Yeah, and there's a cookie Snickerdoodles. That's, have
Yeah.
you ever heard of those cookie Snickerdoodles?
Mhm.
And so every time I see her name, I can't help but smile and think of cookies.
Snickerdoodles. Those are good. Those I have the sugar on the outside, like you roll them in sugar. Mm-mm-mm. Yummy, yummy.
Right?
Grandpa chased him off with a shotgun. That's hilarious. I think they're just checking because when there was the big housing market boom and everybody was buying houses, places like this mobile home park that I live in went way down and it was nearly empty way back just several years ago. It was nearly empty and now it's almost full again. And so they're just double checking what everybody's mailing addresses are, which is kind of silly, but send me a letter. Don't come knocking on my door. You scared me.
And I heard, that was weird. I heard a light tapping at my door, and it was enough that Bailey jumped up, and we both went to the front door. I was excited. I thought maybe Keegan was bringing me a candy bar, but I know you guys. Look, yes, I eat candy bars. Joy, I eat weird stuff in the mornings. What I do is I try to get whatever I can keep down.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, there was a light tapping at the that I heard now, you guys, and Bailey heard, but wasn't nobody at the door. And usually, if nobody gets to if they're at the front door, they just come on around to the back door.
Mhm.
And I tell you, I just don't know. And then Mama wasn't breathing correctly, and Bailey was whining. She was going back and forth. So
Mhm. Raven's family still owns her grandparents homesteaded in 1889. That is so cool.
that is
So
right.
cool.
The
Good morning to Debbie. Good morning to you. Good morning to Debbie. Good morning to you.
my Debbie. Um, this house, Raven, was built in 1914, and it was built for Mama's mom and dad. And everything is for short people, like
Uh,
the sink, the sink in the bathroom mirror, everything, and the little bitty door to the basement is so tiny. But see, I can get in all of them because I'm the shortest person other than Mama. And Mama used to not be short. Mama used to be pretty tall.
yeah, but
But
Kevin
anyway,
and Casey are tall, aren't they?
yeah, Tiffany's 6'1". I think Casey's 6'2". And Kevin is 6'1", I think. Now Brandy is about my height, the oldest daughter. Because when
Mhm.
she look, when she and then I'll get back to the house, but when she used to pick on Tiffany because there's 3 years difference, and when she come to live with us, she was all right. Tiffany was 4, Brandy was 7, and I was pregnant with Casey. And Brandy would pick on Tiffany, and I'd say, Brandy, you better stop. I said, she's going to end up being bigger than you one day. I said, you better stop. And sure enough, um, Tiffany ended up being 6'1", and she was a big girl. Like in high school, it was
Mhm.
hard for her to find jeans because she was so tall. So
Mhm.
yeah, she was much bigger than Brandy. But so Casey is tall. My grandson is, I think, at least 6'1" or 6'2" at 14.
Oh my gosh.
I look for him to get taller than his mom and dad. Debbie, I'm doing better than Tracy. We got to keep Tracy in our prayers
Yes,
because
please.
she's
Got
not
some pretty
doing well.
serious medical issues going on right now. besides my pain on top of that.
Yes. So she is, and you know how it is, Debbie, when they tell you, well, we don't know about this, but we're worried about that. Because sometimes they just don't want to look into something. I
Yeah,
think they don't want to look into something now. They don't want to.
I
Um,
agree. It's like, oh, I don't want to worry about your chronic pain. I know you're in pain and I know you're not sleeping. You know what she said to me? I mean, I get that. I understand. I drink a lot of caffeine. I have drank a lot of caffeine my entire life. I could sleep just fine. And then she's telling me that the only reason I don't sleep is because of the amount of caffeine I drink. Well, I drank this much caffeine before and slept just fine. I don't understand. I mean, I get that. I should cut down, but ugh.
say
Good
the word.
morning, Pearlini. Good morning to you. Good morning, Pearlini. Good morning to you.
Say the word I like. Oy vey.
Yeah, oy vey. Like, why? Why do you concentrate on one thing when I'm here to talk to you about something totally different?
Well, that's like with me. All these people was telling me, like in my paperwork, they didn't tell me. I said, well, I would exercise if they said, well, do you walk? I no. Um, and so I said I would exercise. I see you. Hey, honey.
Hi,
Hi,
Debbie.
everybody. I'm so sorry you're not feeling well, Tracy. I'm going to say prayers for you today.
Thank you. I would really, really appreciate it.
I was where you probably are, but not as bad. I had a really bad day a couple days ago because I'd overdone it. Go ahead with your story, Darlene. What's happening?
But they all keep saying, well, you need to exercise. I said, well, if my pool was open during the summer, that was what I did because I was told by my rheumatologist, do some non-weight bearing exercises and girl, I used to come home and get in that pool and walk and do laps and swim against the intake, the outtake thing. I'd swim against that, and because it's a big, big pool. And I told him, I said, you know what? When I get my blessing, if they'd hurry up with the other, and if we could get that fixed, well, then I'd go back to swimming. So now, they didn't want to get to the root cause. Every time I told them that my back hurt so bad, and they just give the Toradol shot and send me on my way. So now the MRI shows that I have a couple discs that are compressing inward and trying to cut off my spinal cord. And wherever it cuts it off at, I can be paralyzed from that spot down. So I told Casey, I said, okay, so if I tried to walk, number one, they say I'm a fall risk. So if I tried to walk by myself and I got up the road and I turn a certain way and it finally closes up, I will be laying in the road somewhere. I would be laying somewhere.
And in this heat, in 10 minutes, you'd be toast.
So, and once that happens, I think once something cuts off the spinal cord at whatever area it does it, there's no going back, I don't think. I might be wrong. But I know what
Unless they do immediate remediation to take care of it, there's no hope. And the longer, in your case, the longer that it's partially pinched, the more that's damaged, that damages the nerves that will not regenerate.
And see, it was like that 4 years ago. And that's what the doctor asked me. He said, well, when was your last MRI for your back? I said, 4 years ago, before I come out of work. I got everything done before I lost. Did you sung to Pearl Nini, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I said, yeah, they did an MRI back then, and he said that he would try an epidural. I said, but that didn't work for me. And he asked me what I've been doing. I said, hurting. He said, well, it's only going to get worse. He said, I can almost imagine from 4 years ago to now. Because see, I didn't have all that nerve. I didn't have what do you call it, neuropathy then. See, now I have neuropathy going down my legs, and it's not like MawMaw's. MawMaw's has she has where she, because of diabetes and neuropathy, she can't feel it. Mine is the constant buzzing. I call it a buzzing.
Oh yeah.
Almost like you are. It's just constant.
Mm-hmm.
And so those
How's your back
Blandean
feeling,
people.
Debbie?
Oh,
Still there?
it's still here and it's attached. And I think that I try to always look for the most positive way to look at this. The only positive thing I can think of is that the good Lord slowed me down to make me look at inside instead of looking outside. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm figuring out that I have a place, I have things that I need to do, and it will happen. It's just going to take longer than I wanted it to. So we all have to learn not to be in a hurry, which is what I was when I fell. So
Right.
I've got to learn to slow down, and it's not in my nature, and it's really hard to do. And as far as the arm healing, it has been an absolute, listen to the words carefully, because I don't want to get another quarter in the jar, witch to me. This is a witch, because the pain, if I don't take my pain medicine, then it hurts.
Yeah.
And so now I've got some cream that we put on that my husband uses for his osteoarthritis occasionally, very occasionally. And I put the cream on, and it's an analgesic cream that's prescription. That helped a little bit, but I still have a tonnage of lidocaine patches that I had from the doctor from when I was up about 6-8 months ago, and it's all gone now. So I'm feeling good. Right now I have no pain and I can wiggle things. So
Good.
my mind is in a more positive spot. But I'll tell you, I really think that pain comes from the devil. I know it. Like you can get into pain for no reason. I really believe that, just because they want to take you down emotionally. I cried my eyes out 2 days ago, and all I had done was fix some dinner, and my arm is okay. But if I overdo it, oh my God, I pay for it.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the blessings, and I appreciate all the prayers, y'all. And you always are in my prayers, both of you and MawMaw too.
And you too, Debbie. And when I was in bed and I was really thinking about how bad I was hurting and that I wasn't able to do this, and it took me to, like I said, that it brought back how I was for 3 years, depressed in bed, not wanting to do anything, not wanting to get out of the body. And so yesterday, the other day when I was laying in bed, I took out my grateful, what to be grateful for book. And I wrote in there, though, I'm thankful for the pain, because the pain in my back, the pain in my legs, because the alternative outside of
worse
healing would be worse. So I had to thank God that, well, I thank you for the pain that lets me know that I feel.
Well, not only that, but think of it this way, Darlene. If you didn't have the pain, you wouldn't appreciate it when it's gone.
Yes.
It's like love and grief. We don't experience grief without extreme love, because if we didn't have the extreme love, we wouldn't have the grief. And without the grief, we've not experienced love. So, I have to look at it all that way. And I'm very thankful. My husband has been a big help. My daughter is chipping in. That's a good thing. She's now a senior and went to her senior class and is doing well. She's happy. She loves her classes, and she's just going to kick butt this year. And so I'm proud of that. And all I can do is just get on the train and hang on and just wait for this thing to go away so that I can get back into my work. I have been working on some crafts that I cannot tell you about, because you're the reason I'm doing the crafting. And when you get this, it's not a big deal, but I really hope you like it. It's taking some
Girl,
time to make the base, is taking the time, but getting the rest of it put together for me will be a piece of cake, and it will help me
don't
get rid
give
of
me
some of
any
my
more
crap.
clues. Don't give me any more clues. I want to
Well,
be.
all I'm going to tell you is that the woman on the cover looks so much like you in my mind. Oops, I said cover. I meant on the front, on whatever it is.
Well, look, in my mind, I look like the steampunk girl chick that Tracy colored in on Art Therapy Tuesday. In my mind, I have that corset on and I've got all of that steampunk gear in. That's what I think of the inner me. Oh
Well,
gosh.
we all have an inner person, don't we?
We do, we do.
And how do you like this? I'm gonna say it. If I hadn't said it before, it's only because I got a short-term memory problem from over a year ago. But I'm not sure if I've said it. But guess what is going to happen October 1 if I get all my people in order so I can get to my 1,000?
Pink hair.
Yes, ma'am. Hot pink
Pink
hair.
hair.
As pink as that strip is on the signs there. It's that pink. I'm gonna go pink, pink, pink. And did I tell you that my hairdresser says if you do that, Debbie, I will do it absolutely for free for you.
I am waving at those boys. I'm giving them the love sign. That's the love sign.
Can you do the wave? Do the wave.
They're so silly.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and like yesterday, me seeing my granddaughter, and she was happy and everything, and she doesn't understand what's going on, but she's
Yeah.
happy, and I had to stay happy while I was with her.
Yes.
And then it broke my heart when she's gone. Tracy sees what he's doing. He's a little ham bone. I used to cut Casey's hair like that.
My son wore his hair like that all through high school, and then he went into the military, and he still keeps it like that.
Well, Casey ended up, his started coming out early.
Uh-huh.
So then he just started shaving his. I said, well, you got good head like your dad. And now he wears the head rags, and not everybody can wear the head scarves like Casey. I mean, I say, hey. Oh, is Raven still in here, you guys? Let me see.
I have no clue.
All right, Raven. Raven, are you still in here?
I see that Lynn, Pearl Nini, said hi to me. Hello, Pearl Nini, and hello, Key Lime Kisses. And whomever I've missed. It's Miss Destiny. Destiny, I need to see you, girl. Or at least talk to you sometime this week.
I know, my beautiful Pixie. What did I do?
Let me sing to Destiny, and then I'm going to go chase these boys around the house. Good
Slowly.
morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. I love you all.
And we got key lime kisses
Chase these
in.
guys around.
Run! Sing the key lime kisses.
Good morning, key lime kisses. Good morning to you. Good morning, key lime kisses. Good morning to you. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you. Okay, I love you all. I will see you for
Love you,
sure on
Tracy.
Monday. I'll be in the chat tomorrow. I love you
All
all.
right.
Look how
Love
good
you.
my heart is.
You're doing so good, Debbie. I'm so proud of you.
She got a fat heart. Her
All right.
heart's fat.
I love you guys. I will see you soon.
Okay, love
All
you,
right,
Tracy.
I love you.
So, Miss Darlene.
Hey, my love. My SIL is in there with Destiny. I don't care. He could be in there and both of them come in. All right.
See?
Kisses. I am so sorry, Geanna. I think it's, isn't it, Geanna? For the chat on StreamYard doesn't always move.
It's slow.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's like sometimes you have to manually pull it down. I'm like, how did I miss so much being said? But anyway, all right. So Raven, this house was built in 1914 for MawMaw's mom and dad. I think her mom was 14 when she got married. But they owned this property, like the back lot we don't use, that belongs to MawMaw's brother. But they owned, I don't know how much of the land, and they sold, some of it. So it goes way back then too. And we still have the outhouse in which I did a short upload the video of me walking out there to the outhouse and showing what the outhouse looks like. And it's still standing on, well, one side is off of it, but it is still standing 100 and something years later.
Careful of snakes out there.
Well, I watched for snakes, and I had to watch for uneven ground because my dad used to call me Grace because I had no gracefulness. But I was looking for snakes. I come in the house and I had a tick crawling on my head.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he was picking at me, but it was a big one. So great big ones are better than the teeny tiny ones. The deer are the tiny ones that carry Lyme disease.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what I had. I got that when I was, let me see, 30. I was about 31 maybe. And I got Lyme disease, and it really did a number on me. But Geanna says she just woke up, so her brain's not even firing on all cylinders yet. I understand that. Girl, this morning, the beginning of this whole thing, I was just kind of lost. And I didn't set it up last night, and I don't know what happened. But I am going to show you, Raven, what our house key looks like, and I am moving slow. Oh my goodness, guys.
Definitely move slow, honey.
So I'll show you what our front door house key looks like that we still use. This is our front door house key. That's it.
I love that.
I mean,
now that's steampunk, honey.
I know, and that is our front door key. And then this one is a broken one. So when Casey and I don't even know what this went to, but when Casey and I did our tattoos, these are the two keys he laid on he laid these two keys on his computer and scanned them right to his friend. He scanned them right to his friend that is a tattoo artist. And so our tattoos are actually exactly these two keys.
That is so cool.
And then Casey has one that just opens his front door. It will open both front doors, but his door will open. All right, my key won't work on his door, but his key will work on both. It's weird. Well, hey, John, where's John? Let me go scroll up because I saw John. There you are. Oh, goodness. Go on down there and get that phone taken care of. I tell you what, I don't even use a cell phone except for Wi-Fi now. We had to downgrade as far as what is important. I mean, does that, I'm home most of the time. So, and if we're out somewhere and something happens, 911 will work on any cell phone.
That's true.
So I carry it with me. If I need to like get in touch with Kevin, you can, we'll find a McDonald's to pull up in. There's so many places now with Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Ruby.
Oh gosh, I need to feed Ruby. I forgot to feed the bird. No wonder she's making noise. Where is Destiny? Destiny, get on here. She needs to come on here and keep us company so I can feed Ruby.
Yes. Geanna, I love that movie. Skeleton Key. I like spooky movies sometimes. And
I only like certain spooky movies. If it's a blood and guts spooky movie, I run and hide. I can't take them because they hurt me.
well, the Saw movies, they creep me out because of hey, living the RV local life. You guys, if you want to really dislike somebody because you're jealous of their lifestyle and the fun they're having, go to live in the RV local life. No, for real. It is so cool. If you have not checked out their website, you need to.
I'm happy
Just
for them
call us
being able to do what they want. That is so cool.
But yeah, they live in the RV and it's
There's my girl. Hi,
it's
honey. How
wonderful.
are you?
Tired.
Honey, I know, tired.
Yeah, cool.
You can hold down the fort a minute while I feed the bird, right?
Sure.
Say that like you mean it. Okay.
They took my remote, so I have no idea how to turn up me. Oh, the cat knocked it down. Be right. It's just right here. Oh.
So hey, tell them hi. I'm hollering hey at them.
Hi.
Look, my grandbaby knew this. Look, Destiny, my grandbaby knew this.
Oh, that's awesome. The silent for I love you.
And she's in K4. They got her in a program. I don't think it's like with the regular school, but she's still in the K4 program in Panama City. They're teaching them sign language and they're teaching them so much. So
that's awesome. That is awesome.
So I have to think when my heart breaks, when it feels like my heart's being ripped out of my chest and I can't breathe, I have to think happy thoughts.
Right.
She got her hair trimmed up. She had a little bow in her hair. And it looked so funny because this was my wild child that run around. And when she was here, off come the clothes except for her panties and run around the house with her hair just all over the place. I still say the little girl off Brave. Every time I think of my granddaughter, I think of the little girl off Brave. So
that's cute. And that's one of my favorite movies. I really like that movie.
Oh yeah, this the redhead. That's what. Oh, good morning, my little redheaded friend, my little redheaded brother. But yeah, you guys check out. They said they just started out doing it this way. You guys check out living the RV life, local life. And Loca, I was watching yesterday because being kind of down, I started watching tiny houses. I'll always find. Well, the first word I hear when I come in is panties. Behave. I'm talking about my little redheaded grandbaby. I know. I hear you.
Is my chat behind? Oh, never mind. I just caught up.
But I was watching tiny houses yesterday, and it's so neat. Oh, it's not my bird. It's Destinie, Shamrock Pixie's bird.
Yeah, Mr. Pickles, and he is singing.
He loves me.
Should I see if he wants to come over?
Yes. He loves me when I'm in a good mood. He loves me when
Yes,
I'm
he does.
but yes, babe, we are. It's me and Debbie does sale, and it's Destiny, and she is about to bring out Mr. Pickles.
I love that, Mr. Pickles.
I
He
know.
sings so pretty.
When he starts hearing me, and you guys, that's my husband that just talked in the chat. So, Kevin, put the Livin, the RV localized. You ought to check out their channel sometime because I wish me could just pull up stakes and just head out sometimes.
Come on. No.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this hair through until October 1, but I'm not doing nothing to it other than trying to style it occasionally.
Well, I'm
gonna
going
get
to
gray.
call the technical school to see if if they can do something with mine. You know, I want it. It needs to be trimmed. The edges need to be trimmed.
I wish you lived closer. I
Huh?
got the best hairdresser in the world. I wish you lived closer.
I know, but I can't afford good hairdressers. So I mean, they do a wonderful
Big
job.
girl, she charges me $10 for a precision cut because I'm elderly, or anything over 60. She charges that. If you're close to 60, she'll still charge that. She's so sweet. And she also gives to people. For example, she will go and she will find people that she can help by just cutting their hair to help them get a job or whatever. She's been a hairdresser for over 35 years.
That is
And
wonderful.
she's got a real estate license. She's got money, but she makes better money as a hairdresser regularly. So she's in demand. I really have to, let her know in advance of what I'm planning so she can work me in. But there's never been a week I've gone without. If I needed my hair done, that woman would stay after and help me. And she's become a dear friend.
It is $20 for just a hair trim, or it's a hair trim and a haircut cost the same.
She charges me $10 for a cut, and it costs me $50 for color.
So, I can go
for color because I give her a tip. It's total for me to go in there when I'm normal is like $65 because I tip her good.
Yeah.
But for this, she says, I'm going to do it absolutely for free. And you don't have to tell anybody. I says, I'm going to tell everybody if I can get it on the newspaper and the television, I'm going to do it. I said, because you're doing something that's sweet, and she's very much into her religion, but she's very Christian woman. She says it, eats it, sleeps it, drinks it, and does it, and doesn't preach it. She just is.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Maria. She is amazing. Anybody watching from Copperscope, Texas, Maria Salon. She's wonderful. But, yeah.
Well, I'll go to I'll go ahead and let the students work on mine. That, it doesn't bother me because, the senior students have been doing it for a few years, by the time they get the seniors. So it's just hair, it'll grow out. So I go there and it's like $5 for a hair trim, so
yes, ma'am.
and they get to get in their hours. Plus, I think they get part of the money. I think at a certain point, when they get to that certain point, they get part of the money that off each haircut.
That's good. That's good.
See,
I love that bird.
Home today, Loca. We will pull up your channel so he can see what I'm talking about.
I think I already subbed to their channel.
Or he'll go ahead and pull you up, probably while, if he gets some time off over there at work. And you guys, I know it's 10 o'clock. We're going to wait. So much this week has gone on, and we're going to wait until Monday to start back on Porch Church. We just,
No.
I went in there yesterday and prayed, with Casey. I said, we just need to pray. And he and I deal with things different than, MawMaw and his daddy, Kevin. And we just deal with things when we get depressed or we get anxious, it's like it jumps over our whole body and it crushes in on us. But so I told him, I said, we'll start over Monday. I said, look, we need revival. We need to get rid of all the negative, the pain and, the physical pain, the mental pain, all of that. All right.
What you're saying, Darlene, is exactly what this nation needs to do. We are all so much in pain. We are all so much in depression and divided and scared and not knowing which way we're going to go. That's because we know we are in end times. We know that. And the thing is that people everywhere you go, there's not one person that I have met with a smile on their face in so long that are truly happy with where they are. They're all in pain. They're all hurting. They're all wondering what's going on. All you can do is just, like I said, find the good in everything. I found the good in my broken arm. I found the good in being in the hospital. I found the good in being here piled high like a freaking hoarder in my home because I can't move yet. But I'll get there. Got to be happy. Got to be positive. It will follow you.
Yeah. And that, I like
There's
yesterday.
Destiny down there with the bird.
When we picked up my medicine, the first thing Casey said when the girl came to the window, he said, I just love when you come to the window. He said, you've got the most beautiful eyes. And she does. She has the most beautiful eyes. And you know what? That just made her light up. And it made her so happy. And when she come back to the window, she was even more lit up. And, maybe nobody had told her that,
How hard is it to find something nice to say to someone who's not smiling? Can you say, I like your shoes? By the way, you've got a pretty blouse on. Or, hey, that t-shirt is so cool. How hard is it to tell somebody, you've got a pretty hairdo? I love your lipstick color. It doesn't take much. And about the time you do nice things.
I don't have my nails done, you guys. No, you don't have anybody fooled. We love you, Dwayne. And look, everybody sub to Livin the RV local.
Yeah, I subbed.
I don't do
love.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't do my toenails. I don't have the money to do all that. I never did anyway. Even when I had the money, I just didn't do it. But oh my goodness, I had this elderly woman. She was probably 80 years old, and I was going into Kroger, and I had my sandals on that I've had forever, and because they're bass, and they are the best leather sandals. I about messed them up at the pool, but anyway, I was coming in. She was going out, and she stopped me. And she said, you just have the cutest feet. And I stopped and I looked down at my feet and I said, oh, well, thank you. I said, I've never been told I had cute feet. She said, well, you just have the cutest feet. Not everybody has cute feet. She said, you just got the cutest shape. And I said, well, thank you. Thank you so much. And then she went about her way. And I told Casey, I said, I was told I have cute feet today. I said, but
put that in your gratitude journal. Put that in your gratitude journal.
Oh, you hear her, don't you? Wait, hold on. Yep. Hold on. He's purring like a kitten right now.
You say hi?
He's your friend Ruby. Is that Ruby?
This My rescue bird, right? The one that rescued me.
Yep. Same with Mr. Pickles.
That's what we always say. Our any rescues, they rescue us.
Well,
That's
with
what.
her, she keeps me calm and focused. And I actually missed her a whole lot when I had to go to the hospital. And boy, have I paid for it. She has just let me know that that's just not acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, this this big old puppy down here, she is a mess, and she rescued us.
Yeah.
I have one
But
of them.
what I did, one of my blankets, I went ahead and gave her one of my blankets. I've never had a dog that was like the character off of Charlie Brown that loved their blankie. She's got to have her blanket, and she would drag it around. I've done thrown one of them away. Well, probably a couple because she chews on them. But what I did, one of my blankets, because of, I guess, I think it's the fibro. You know, they said it's hard for the doctor to determine what is bothering me when they see me. They don't know if it's the osteorheumatoid or the fibro, you know. But I think it's the fibro, the reason I had to lay on a soft blanket and then have another soft one touching my skin. So once they get that, how these real soft blankets, that's when you start washing them, they'll kind of beat up and they'll get rough. So I gave her mine. I pulled it off the bed and I'm like, this one's too rough. And she's so curled up on that blanket right now, looking so cute. But yesterday, yeah, I was on yesterday. You guys, yesterday, she was having one of her, dreams or whatever, making that noise that she was like a half barking through her dreams. And I don't care what people say. Yes, I believe dogs have dreams.
Oh, I know they do.
And she was so loud, I had to keep nudging her with my toe. That's how loud she was. Because I was reading that thing about people that were depressed in the Bible, and she was getting louder, and she was doing that like that. And I had to nudge her, and I said, "Well, I'm sorry I had to wake you up, but you're making way too much noise here."
Yeah, I had two dogs when I was younger, and it never failed. When they would fall asleep at the same time, it was like they were chasing the same thing in their dreams because they get loud. And does she like move her legs like she's running?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
she does.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
But goodness, when Kevin walks in the back door, he hears him when he comes around, like pulls up around, because he keeps a company truck even though he works across the street because he never knows when he might get called out.
Right.
But the cat and her hear him because the cat jumps on his desk waiting for a treat. He started that. And if he's still in here, I'll say it to his face. He started that. Now it irritates him that she's on his desk when he comes in. But they both are watching the door. Bailey is standing there just watching the door, and they're at attention. And it doesn't matter if I done fed both of them. As soon as he walks in that back door and he comes through that hallway, they act so crazy. And the cat is like he's dipped in catnip because she absolutely won't leave him alone. She'll rub and rub and rub. Try to get on his shoulder like the bird's on your shoulder. She's a fat cat now. Don't nobody want a darn 5-pound fat cat on their shoulder. And it is so funny. I need one day of how she does him. And I said, I swear. I said, what is it? And then he can't even get comfortable. She's standing at his chair, on his chair, her paw looks this big, and she's pawing at him and poofing at him. But They
Yeah.
make them.
There's a couple people in chat that are making note that every time I move my head, Mr. Pickles mimics me. But let me see if I can get him to do his up-down exercises, because he's starting to say up when you go up. And then when we go down, we tell him, what do we got to do next? And he'll purr like down. Yeah. So should we do up? Up, 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 up. Down. No, down.
Mm-mm.
You got to go down.
That's so cute.
But you had to do it with me. But you had to do it with me. Down. Oh, I know. It doesn't work this way, does it? No? Up?
Is that the bird making that noise?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a sweet sound.
I don't know what to call that.
It sounds almost like a motor.
Yeah. You guys, we have Urban Viking in. Hey,
Hello.
Urban Viking. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but see, I'm having to manually pull it down. So
No, he actually does purr like a kitten. That's not the purr part. It's real soft, and I haven't been able to catch it, but it sounds like I have a kitten on my shoulder purring when he does his purring.
all right. Bye, Loca. You guys come back anytime. I don't know what time zone you're on, but I typically get started at 8:30 in the mornings, and usually stop about 10:30, 11 o'clock, because then my son usually does Porch Church Network. So, but anyway, come back. We just sit here and this is what we do.
We drank a coffee.
Drink a lot of coffee. But he's so funny. He was like telling you, it almost sounded like he was telling you no, Destiny. It was like Mr. Pickle was shaking his head no.
Yeah. I'm learning a lot about his breed, and turn over here this way. Don't you did. Oh, you did.
Good morning.
Good morning. So the last 2 nights, because he's got cage aggression in the mornings when we let him out, he gets real territorial with his cage. So we thought that we would keep him out at night to see if that would help tone it down, and it has, like tremendously. Like, he doesn't try to act like he's gonna bite Tommy in the morning when Tommy walks by. He's been more loving. He's been just a completely different bird, and I'm sure it helps that the kids are back home too. But we haven't had him. He sleeps up in the back corner of his on top of his cage, and he loves it. And so he's definitely got a mind of his own. He definitely. The spring door stopper at the bottom of a door. Mr. Pickles communicates it very well.
You know how that sounds when it's that spring thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I have to go back and listen. Now, my laptop that I used to run, when he would make his noises, it wouldn't completely pick up correctly. And it either sounded like he was sneezing or he was taking a roll of tape and trying to stretch it out. It was pretty bad, the noises. Or he would make a loud noise and then it would ring until he made the loud noise again, and then it would stop. But I'm not sure how it sounds now.
I'm getting a bath here.
With a better system for streaming. So I love you. And he does. Every morning I walk by and I tell him, good morning, Mr. Pickles. I love you. And he's getting better at talking, and I'm very proud of him. Oh, is that your baby?
He Ruby is so beautiful.
Yes, he loves Ruby. Don't you, Mr. Pickles? You love Ruby, huh?
Well, look, you guys, I can't put this old hunk of hunk on my shoulder. This hunk weighs over 40 pounds now. You know, that's a heck of a puppy when they're 40 pounds.
Yeah.
I have a 60-pound puppy sitting here.
And he's a big kisser. Do you have that too, Debbie, where Ruby kisses you an awful lot when she's on your shoulder?
Yeah, and see what he's doing right, or she's doing right now. She's kissing me all over. I mean, she's like cleaning me. She's tonguing the hell out of my hand. Why, I don't know, because there's nothing on it. Look at her.
That's what that is, huh?
Yeah, he's tonguing me. Oh, don't get mad because I changed you around. When I get mad, she goes, ow, ow, ow. She doesn't bite me. But look at that.
That's so weird. Well, that's what the puppy, that's what Bailey does. Bailey will open her mouth, and I thought to start with that she was trying to bite the cat's head off. But then I noticed she would do me. She would put her whole mouth over my arm, and then she'd be licking me, and I'm like, ugh. So that's what she was doing to the cat. She'll act like she's cleaning the cat, and then she coughs. I said, "You're getting hairballs. Stop cleaning the cat." So
yeah. So I got an interesting story to tell you about Mr. Pickles from the other night. So we had another bat in the house.
Oh, geez.
Another one?
Another one. And I'll explain how
bats in the belfry, girl.
How they're coming in. But we had him already getting ready for bed. He was in his cage. This is before we had decided to try the leaving him out of his cage thing. And he was so mad that there was another flying animal in this house. Ooh, he was sad. Yeah, weren't you? You were mad. He was yelling at it. And
he was also warning you. He was warning you.
Yeah, he was. He really was. And but he was not happy that there was another flying creature in the house. We got it out of the house, and so yeah, I know you were mad at it, weren't you? Yeah. He's trying to tell you the story too. But yeah, it was crazy. But I've been working all week on the upstairs. I found out that I have a hoarding problem. But that's for a whole different show. And and so it took me almost all week to get through everything. So we're working in Joey's room, and I move his bed, and there is a 2-inch gap between our wall and our son's floor.
Oh.
So that's how we believe they were getting in. They were coming in through the attic and then wiggling themselves down the wall and coming out. Shh. I know. Just hold on. Shh. Calm down. Wiggling down the wall, coming out of that gap. I mean, it was huge. So Joey and Tommy last night went, and we had bought some boards for a project that we were going to do. Well, we ended up using those boards to close up that gap. And so he initially tried to take the molding off and drop it down, but that's how we found out that there was that much of a gap. It wasn't the board being warped or anything. It was the actual floor coming away from the wall. And there's nothing that we can do about it because we rent. And so
Gorilla tape.
Well, we ended up doing the piece of board that we had. It's a thin piece of board, and it bends because it was for a project. So turn around. Thank you. And so him and Joey ended up getting it to where it blocked that 2-inch gap, so that will you stop eating my hair? Thank you. And so we think that's where they're coming in at. And so, but he was freaking out when we had that in the house. And I don't, it was like he was telling me to stay in the bedroom and not come out, because he knows that, you know, they're dangerous for everybody, but they're extremely dangerous for me. And so extra dangerous, or however you want to put it. And so it was like he was telling me to stay in the room so that Daddy could get the bat out of the house, you know.
And you know, when I read up on rabies because of raccoons, they said bats are more, that people get rabies more from bats than they do anything else. And they said if you have a bat in your house, you have to just assume you have already been bitten. And I mean,
Really?
what? You guys would all have to go and get rabies shots because you had a bat in the house? But really, if you rent, they need to get those bats out of the house.
Yeah, we've had them for 3 years now, where it comes in spurts. There'll be like 3 days in a row where we'll have bats. And it's been happening for 3 years. We've told the landlord. We've also have a bee problem. And we've informed her of that. And our house is sinking in the middle. And she said it'll be fine. Well, I'm sorry, but my son's floor is coming away from the wall. So we are looking for a place to move to. And I'm done. We've been here almost 6 years, and you know, we've improved the house tremendously, but I'm not gonna live in a house full of bats and bees and a floor sinking. So
Yeah.
I'm done.
It's
So,
like houses start settling, and so you can figure this one's 100 years old. So the door plate, what do you call them? The threshold?
Thresholds.
Yeah. So the thresholds are they're one way, but then the floor kind of is lower than some of the thresholds now because it's 100 and something years old. And when you come in the back door, it has actually caught me off guard, and it has MawMaw too. MawMaw don't come in and out the back anymore. But when she did, there'd be times that I knew why she would almost slip, because it is like I don't know, it's just a smooth way, and I've had to catch myself before. But in her room, the breastplate, whole different thing, threshold, has actually cracked. The wooden threshold has cracked. So it's, as the houses settle, all kinds of things come up.
Yeah, we have a sandy soil too, so things settle quite fast here. And when we first moved in, I mean, the house was fine. And then in the last, I'd say 2-3 years, the house is settling even faster. And like where my desk is set up, 2 years ago, she had to have somebody come out and lift it because our floors are starting to buckle because we have hardwood floors. So the floor started to buckle. So she had somebody come out, and yes, she did. Yes, she did. And he came out and he lifted it, but there's no foundation underneath this bay window that we have.
Ooh.
And so within 2 weeks, it went from being straight to bloop again. I mean, our front porch, it slants. I mean, our landlord, for the most part, is a phenomenal landlord. I couldn't ask for a better landlord. It's just that around here, bats are very common. Bees are very common. We kind of live in a small town, so, you got to expect it. But I can't put myself in that risk and put my kids through that, because if I get bit, my antibiotic that they gave me may not save my life.
No,
because of the bacteria that they carry, that's very dangerous for me with not having a spleen. So I could take that antibiotic.
Rabies is just the tip of the iceberg for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, if they would want to do a round of rabies shots on you, I don't know how that would go over with your system. You know,
Exactly.
I was kind of scared. I didn't know what it was going to do to me. And who was it? It was me and Craig. Craig, got bit by that dog and had to do
Oh, Glenn.
Glenn. Was it
Yeah.
Glenn? It was Landshark Picker.
No,
That's correct.
it was one picker that got bit that had to do this round of rabies shots.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought so, but yeah. But his was even worse because he had to, where the dog bit him, he had to have shots in that, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And some of the shots are painful.
Yeah, and I don't need no more issues, This year has already been crazy, so we're hoping that we solve the problem by them putting that up there and doing what they did last night to seal it. But it's not, I mean, that's where we think they're coming in, but that's not a guarantee that that's where they're coming in. And we don't have a fireplace. We do have a chimney that's hooked up to our furnace. It goes, there's a piece in our wall over here that sticks out. That's the whole chimney. And we don't know if they're coming in through there, then getting into the attic. We don't know. The attic is sealed off. And so that's the only logical place we can figure out where they would be coming in, because everywhere else we've looked upstairs, they're couldn't find anything. And so, but yeah, he's my little sweetheart. I was asked, does it seem that Mr. Pickles is happier now since you've had him? Yes, that's a big old yes. Although he does like to pluck his feathers in one area, so when he goes to his vet, I'm going to ask him to check that area to see if there's maybe something going on that it just irritates him when the feathers start to come in, or what we can do to kind of correct that. But he has 2 water dishes, and I don't know if Ruby has 2 water dishes, but
no, she's got 1 water dish. I clean it out every day. I make sure she's got filtered water every day.
Right, and I do too. But he has 2 water dishes. One he uses for don't you dare. Thank you.
She's where I see her most of the day. When she takes a bath in her water dish,
Yep.
if I catch her before she gets into the dish, I can tell by what she's getting ready to do. I'll take her into the sink and put her in the sink and dribble water and let her play under the water, and she loves that. But if not, she takes a bath in her water, and then when she's all done and she goes up on top of her cage to dry, I take the dish out, I wash it, and I fill it with clean water again.
Yeah, see, and that's what he just started doing that recently, because otherwise he didn't do the bath thing. When we first got him, he was in the shower with me, but we actually he's got a fear of the kitchen and handles, like broom handles. And so we don't know his first 5 years of history. We just don't. Yeah. The last 6 years we know. But we don't know his first 5. And his cars, kitchen, and any type of like broom or mop handles, he freaks out. So when I do my sweeping and mopping, especially around his cage, we have to, he will squawk to the point where it sounds like he's being massacred, and I have to take him on the porch. No. He's got a cage out on the porch that we put him out there so I can do that kind of cleaning, just to not stress him out.
Did you see what Geanna said?
No. What did Geanna say?
Okay. Yeah, see, and I don't know. And we have a 2-story, and so you can't get to that without a ladder, and our roof, it waves, because you can tell that the floor is uneven. Like, you throw a handful of marbles in our house and they go every which way. We were watching a golf ball yesterday, me and Joey were watching a golf ball. Every time we turned around, it was moving in a different area, a different direction, because that's just how uneven the floors are. And so but you know what? We're just going to look for a different place. We are actually talking about building a shipping container home.
I know. Aren't those so cool?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they are so cool.
Yeah. So we are making plans for that, but we are definitely going to try to move out of here before, well, as soon as possible. And so we're just working on that. And
See, I want them to move to, Lynette, Alabama. I want them to move to Alabama. I mean, I'm just selfish that way.
Well, I want them to move to Texas.
yeah, there's a lot of
That
people.
way Ruby have a friend.
No, wait now. Wait now.
The ghost playing marbles. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do what?
Dwayne said, nah, that is the ghost playing marbles. I wouldn't be surprised.
I see. I'm telling you.
Utah. Tommy I believe lived in Utah when he was younger.
I'm telling you, we heard that rapping on the door. I don't know what. No, it's me. It's me, Bailey. But me and Bailey both heard it. It's just me. Lay back down. Bless her heart.
And I will take a house that's full of haunting or ghosts over a house full of bees and bats any day.
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
You can pray them away.
Yeah.
99.9% of the time you can pray a ghost away.
Exactly. You can't pray a bat and bees away.
Nope.
I mean, we are, and we're pretty blessed for the most part. It's just there's some quirks I don't like about the house, and now
it's getting dangerous.
Yeah, and now it's getting too dangerous. I mean, I can handle the whole floor being uneven, but the bats and the bees just no. I mean, the bees have been a problem since we moved in. Because we moved in fall, and then so it was right after the bee season, and then the first spring that we were here, we were like, oh, we couldn't go outside because our whole driveway area was just infested with bees, and we're like, where did these guys come from? And so, yeah, I know, it's all right. I'm not upset. It's okay. I'm not upset. No.
I love to listen to him do that. That is, or she. That is so cute. He. Yes, he. That's cute.
Yeah, he does that a lot when he thinks I'm stressed or upset. But I's okay. Yes, I is. I's okay. No, you don't care. He wants my nose ring. He did that to me live when I was introducing him on my channel. He took that sucker right out of my nose and threw it on the floor. I was like, oh, you are not doing that again. And he had that look. The same look before, huh? For the most part.
I don't know what it is with this guy today. He just won't stop licking on me. And I'm thinking that I know there's nothing on my hands because I washed them with soap. So I haven't even put hand lotion on. What do you think you got down there, bud? Huh? I haven't put anything in my hands. The only thing I did was feed you. Don't chew on my finger. When he gets upset, he will bite, but not hard enough to cause me any pain. He'll just bite enough to let me know, I don't like what you're doing, Mom. Stop it.
Yeah. He, and that's the thing with him. Like, all the research that we did to try to help him when we first got him, said that, birds cage, how did they put it? Cage aggression is very, very common because that's their domain. And so they're going to try to, yep. And they're going to try to protect, turn it. No, I said turn it. Turn.
Sonia, I must have met you from the McClendons, because anytime the RV people and then you being homesteading, I think I probably met you guys on McClendon's homestead. So yes, she's a beautiful parrot. Is there any Eclector. I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Either.
Is it another type of bird?
Hey, will you stop doing that? He's getting little hairs and pulling them.
Yeah, they do that too.
Yeah, I have a Quaker parrot, and what is Ruby again?
Ruby's a conure. He is a maroon-chested conure. What makes him maroon-chested is that he's got some orange feathers that you're not seeing right now. I think they're right underneath his legs. Plus, he's got on the top of his crown of his beak, it's maroon. You can see the dark streak there. Come here. You're wanting to be a ham. Now be one. Okay. See the maroon streak across the top of his nose and his feathers? So that's what he is. And he has turquoise feathers in the back and underneath, which I don't know if he'll let me show. Come here. Underneath on his tail feathers,
Wait,
you can't really say them, but they're yellow and orange. And then his feathers, come here, I'll show your wings. His wings,
look how pretty.
real pretty. I've let them grow out. They were clipped pretty bad. I clipped them real bad, but I did that because I didn't want him to fly away.
Oh
But
my goodness.
he's pretty. And
Yeah, he won't let me do that with his wings.
Oh
What?
my goodness.
Mr. Pickles won't let me do that with his wings. He won't let me spread them out.
You have to become boss. Once you're boss, they're just real good about it. He loves it when I do it because it allows him time to pick through them. Are you picking?
Come here. No.
You crazy bird.
Oh, come on, crazy. So
how's his feathers growing back? Are they coming in pretty good?
Oh, hey, will you let me have my finger back so I can let you? Thank you. They're coming in. Turn this way. Turn this way.
Aw.
But
he's got a bigger beak than conures do. Yeah.
He keeps picking right here. So I'm wondering if that's because there's an issue there. But he's going to the vet. He's going to get his beak trimmed, and because I don't want to say anything ill about the people that had him before because they were uneducated. And so, they did the best they could with what they knew. And
there was a lot of stress in that house. That's why he plucked.
Yeah. And so around his neck, they're starting to come back. I'm showing you off, mister. Come on. He's got blue and green and yellows. Thank you. And
behave. You better behave and let them see your beauty. Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles.
So yeah, I have a bunch of feathers for MawMaw that I'm going to send her so she can make a dream catcher out of Mr. Pickles' feathers.
Look at there.
Yeah, and it's got I said no. Good boy. So he's doing a lot better than he was.
He does. He does look a lot better than when you guys.
His eyes look better.
He's coming a lot
better.
All right, come on. I know.
What you kissing? Huh? What you kissing?
Yeah, so the story with him, Mr. Pickles, is hold on, turn around. Is that he was bought 6 years ago at a yard sale for $50.
Oh, geez.
They didn't have a cage for him, so the lady that bought him, she felt bad for him. She's like, why are they getting rid of him? It was a very sad situation, I guess, where she picked him up at. So she got him. She went and found a cage at a different yard sale, paid $50 for that big old cage right there.
Goodbye.
And so she had $100 total into buying him and his cage. And then, are you going to go back to your cage? All right.
That was a great deal.
Yeah. And so, she thought she got him initially for her grandson. And well, he played with Mr. Pickles for a very short time, lost interest, and then she ended up with him. So, which happens with kids. I mean, it's what happens with kids, It's why you don't
want aren't a pet for kids. Parrots aren't a pet for kids.
Exactly. And so, are you playing in my hair? Oh, there you go. He's gonna fly back to his cage, I'm sure. But so he had a roommate, which was a cockatiel. Cockatiel.
Cockatiel. Mhm.
Thank you. I always get that one. Yeah, I always get that one and the cockatoos always mixed up.
Cockatoos are big. Cockatiels are small.
Yeah, the small one. So cockatiel. And so, that was his roommate for 6 years. They whistled. That's why he does, I guess, banjos or the wolf whistle. One of those two was from the other bird. I cannot remember which one she said. And ever since we've gotten him, like, he wasn't really even allowed to be out of his cage because they didn't know. They were not educated. And so he, I know. Come on, good boy. And so when he would get out, they just scoop him up and put him back in his cage. We got him July 5th of this year, and he's been out of that cage ever since. Like, at night, we were putting him in, so because we were afraid that he would hurt himself, flying and stuff with it being in an area. So now the last 2 nights we've let him out. He has tremendously loved that, and he's a very, very, very happy bird. And so I want to do bird rescue because I love learning and showing love. But I don't know if he would like that, me having other birds in the house, because of how he reacted with the bat. So, but I mean, we're healing together is how I look at it. With my oh, he pulled that down. With my spleen situation, and then with the situation that he's been in for 11 years. So
he has been great for you.
Yeah.
He has really helped with your, I believe, from my standpoint, from meeting you and after everything medically that happened to you, he really lit you up. I mean, he really did. And Sonia said that they rescued parrots out of bad situation. And we don't realize that we know of dog and cat rescues, and but people don't think about birds or we had the iguana we had 4 foot long, mean as crap, and somebody wanted it, and I'm like, you can have it, and I handled it. I did all the things I was supposed to do, but it just had attitude. Now, when you get a 4 foot iguana with an attitude and they slap you across your face with their tail, that hurts. When I tell you, or I got bit one time.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, it hurt. Yes, because they don't have teeth, but an iguana has the scales that are so strong around their mouth. And so I had to learn real quick that an iguana hurts from both ends. Say a full grown iguana can break a man's leg with their tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, yeah,
but
they
it's
are
funny because I could take a can of green beans and I could go to the cage and I'd say, you want a green bean? And it would do its head up and down. And I said, that's what you want. So I would feed it green. He loved the green, whatever it was. It loved the green beans. And like I said, I would pet it and do all that, but somebody wanted it and I was glad that they got it. So, you think when you see the perfect iguana, huge iguana in a store, you think, oh, that's so cool. And, the owner has it in there and the owner is well versed in how to take care of it or whatever. And then you see a little lizard and you take that lizard home and it starts growing. Even with me taking care of it like I did, it still kind of it had its own personality. And its personality wasn't, I'll hang out on the back of your couch and just chill. No. So, I didn't think about how many birds out there that people get.
See,
I know at Easter they get bunny rabbits. They die the little chicks. They die the bunny
yeah,
rabbits. People go and get them for their kids, and it's all cute and fuzzy, furry. But then what happens to them? You should never. I don't believe you should give those kind of pets for Easter or
No.
they're not a toy. Get them a stuffed animal. Don't get
yeah,
them.
yeah, exactly. I mean, we all start out uneducated at the very beginning of any animal or anything that we do. It should be the person, like with me, we got Mr. Pickles. I've wanted a bird for a long time. I was a beginner when I first got him, but I took the time because I wanted him so badly that I took the time to do research. And I will never stop researching how to take care of him, how to show him love. I'm the only one in the house. He knows better than to mess with mommy because mommy is the source of his treats. Yes. And so, everybody else he'll mess with, but with me, when it comes to me, he doesn't mess with me. But I think he knows that I loved him. I fell in love with him instantly, like instantly. Yes, I did. And he's my baby. I have another child, this one just is going to be with me for a very long time. And I'm going to have an infant in my home for the rest of his life. Be it if he passed away tomorrow or if he passes away in 20 years.
Or
He
30
will
or
know.
40.
What's that?
Or 30 or 40.
Yeah.
Because they can live very long.
Yes.
A condor can live 40 years.
Yes, exactly. But what I'm saying is he will know that before he passed away, he was loved.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly, unconditional love.
And you will know you were loved too.
Yes, exactly.
And even like, all right, you can have a dog. Most people think, all right, you get a dog and it's just you get this dog or that dog. No, we were used to bulldogs, and so when we got a Jack Russell Terrier, I bought a book about Jack Russell Terriers. I read that book, because I didn't have a computer then, but I read that book, and it was so funny because it said, don't expect them to be lap dogs. Don't expect them to be this, this, and this. And what was so funny, when she was with me, she was a lap dog. If my back hurt, she got under the cover and slept at my back. But when Stephen was home, he drove over the road. When he was home, oh boy, she was a bundle of energy. So I researched. Now we ended up with another bulldog. I know how to do bulldogs. I know, they shouldn't. Hey, Swift Seller.
Hello.
And I know that, you have to be careful because of their bite ratio, their jaw pressure. Because she just constantly she's a puppy, wants to chew on something, whether it's the cat or me or her daddy. But, I'm teaching her now while she's a puppy, no, you don't do that. And and then of course Kevin and MawMaw started giving her treats. I said, do you got real food? Don't start feeding her or she's going to beg.
Yep.
And if I want to eat a snack in my bed watching TV, she's in my face. She wants to smell my mouth. And I have to tell her, get out of my face. But that was Kevin and his, MawMaw says she don't do it, but I know when she's sneaking her food. And so now it's over with, you guys. Now she's going to beg and she's going to get under Kevin's feet when it's supper time. She's going to get under MawMaw's walker and just walk in and out of her walker. And, I told Kevin, I said, well, you guys did it. You guys did it. If you had not started giving her human food, she wouldn't be begging. So it's their fault.
Well, my young ladies, I'm going to have to call it time because I need to go rest this arm and get some ice on it. And I need to not use it and not be having it down. It needs to be up. So I'm going to go
I'm
prop
so glad
it
you come on, Debbie, because I always like to see that you're getting a little bit more yourself. I know it seems like it's inching there,
I'm
but
sorry, I didn't hear you. Try it again.
I said I know it seems like you're getting inching up to where you need to be, but
You froze on me, but it's
I
okay.
think what she's saying is that she can see that you're working slowly or slowly at getting yourself more and more up to where you were.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying so hard, but it's going to be a long haul. According to the doctor, I got a good 2 to 3 months before I'm back to normal, whatever normal is. But anyway, I love you all, and I'm going to run away. Oh, honey, I can do a heart now. Look at this.
Awesome. See, I remember that patch on my arm. I remember that.
This is a lidocaine patch for pain. Because I've got a broken bone right here still that they never said. They said, oh, it'll grow back. Gee, thanks, guys. Why didn't you set it while you were in there? There's my scar. You can't even hardly see it. Look.
Oh, wow.
You see my scar?
That,
right here.
Yep. Yeah, see, mine is it'll get faint. Mine goes.
It's getting faint. It looks real good. Whoever stitched it did a great job. But it's still in pain. I can't twist like this yet.
Right.
But
I still have issues doing that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for showing me. But I can't pick anything up. Anything heavier than a glass with this hand is hard. So I use my forearm and my elbow a lot and under my armpit to undo things. But it's starting to hurt. So I need to stop and I need to go rest for a while because I can feel it. So I just see we lost Darlene. I'm hoping she's coming back because I sure don't want to just click off and be leaving you all by yourself, girl.
Yeah, Darlene, Mom, where'd you go?
That figure, she always beats me out of it. See, look at that. And she thinks she's leaving, but she ain't leaving because I'll leave before her, and she won't be able to leave yet. There, she's coming back.
Oh, there she is. Have you ever heard of the superstition about bats coming into your house, that your house is haunted?
I don't buy into that.
Well, I know the house is haunted, but I think there's a whole different reason why we have bats.
I think the bats are there because I'm going to be real honest with you. A bat is no more than a rat with wings, technically.
Exactly. It's a flying rat.
Yeah, and they have got good karma. There's nothing wrong with rats. I don't keep one. My daughters had them all over the place. Not my little daughter, but my older daughter. I will tell you, they do have personalities and they love to be loved. But I am not going to give them love because to me, they're not what I need to have around me. So I will tell you, if they sense love in an area, they're going to find it. And you guys probably are showing a lot of love and they're looking for it. So look at that. So, you just have to get somewhere that's safe.
Outside, and I will talk to them outside as long as they don't dive bomb me, but not in my house.
Good luck with that. Glad to see you back, Darlene. Okay, now I'm really going to go. So,
all right. Much love.
Love to you
love
too,
you, Debbie.
Bye, honeys. See you soon.
Sounds good.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry if I didn't see you in chat. I don't have chat up, so I tried. Love you all. See you soon.
Bye. Yeah, see, we have these little boxes. Okay. So, oh, I think she froze up. Oh, there she is. Sweater and shorts. You know I live in Wisconsin. So we have these little boxes. They worked for a year.
They're bat boxes?
Yeah, you plug them in, and it turns it's Ridex Plus. We plug them in, one on each floor. They worked for about a year, and I think the bats got used to them because now all of a sudden we're getting them again. Uh-oh. All right, Swift Seller, I will have to check that out. So I got to put that back on. Oh, but superstitions are fun to talk. Yes, they are. So here, this is, let me fill you in on all of a sudden how we ended up starting I know it was a coincidence, but when Tommy's brother passed away 3 years ago, their last conversation 2 weeks before that was about bats. The day he passed away was the first time we had ever had a bat in our house. And we have had them since, except for a year. Like we went a year without them, and now they're back. So I don't know. I don't know if that's superstition or if that's just a coincidence or his way of saying, hey, you know, I'm around watching over you. I don't know. I just know that I don't like bats. They're dangerous. They're icky, and they look like rats with wings. So they're crazy. But yeah,
Okay.
superstitions are fun.
All right, I'm trying to think, Lynn, I'm going to backspace. Just by Adam. I changed up how I did my, how I did this. I even did a video on how and why I changed up to having guys on just Tuesdays and Fridays, because Tuesdays is art therapy and anybody can, join. And Friday, of course, Crazy Hat Day. And, I had to have it. I had to go where I guess God wanted me to do in the first place, because Destiny's been with me from the beginning, and even she knows how my where I was wanting to go with things.
Yeah.
And it kind of didn't get there, but I had wonderful support from Derek, as from a guy's point of view. Wonderful support, and so. And I had Tommy, other people understood. And, Adam, he's on other channels and he needed to branch out. He really did. Because when you get 1,000 subs, you've got to work even harder. You've got to work harder. And so I think he's doing more now, and being in different different people's channels, and that's good for him to branch out with different people. So that's yeah. So you've seen him in other, but with this we kind of turned it into talking to me.
Oh yeah. But you know what, Joey, he finds change like crazy. That's the thing. Hold on. Hey, yes, you're the one that chose to go over there. Yeah, he's like I don't know, he's like a human bank, because anywhere we go, like I will walk somewhere, he will follow behind me and he will find a coin on the ground. And when I walk, I usually am looking at the ground because I trip over my own feet. And so a lot of times I'm looking down at my feet to make sure that I'm not going to trip over anything. I just walk over the place. There's no coins, but he walks right behind me and there's coins. So I don't know if that's some type of superstition, or we should do a superstition, different types of superstitions.
Yeah. And how they got the root to. Now, how did I type something twice? Did you see it twice in there?
It's because you're glitching from your internet, and so sometimes it does that.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you'll double type and actually you only type once.
I know you are showing out today.
Yeah, he's showing off.
You're in such a good mood, Mr. Pickles, and it's got to be because you hear me happy. Yeah. Twitch seller, I am on 8:30 to whenever.
I'm gonna be on for a little bit. I gotta run down and go grab Tommy's coffee so he can get some coffee. I will be right back.
Say my favorite SIL. Coffee. Don't you make her look. You sound like Keevan now. You sound like Keevan. When I speak, you jump. That's how Keevan used to be. And then he heard my dad say it to my mom. And one time Kevin told me, he said, when I say jump, don't ask how high. Now this was a long time ago. This was back when Casey was real little and he's 30. And I hated when he said that. So then we were at mom and dad's, and my dad done told my mom, a woman. Well, he probably said something else because they just talked ugly to one another all far back as I can remember. But he said, when I say jump, you don't ask how high, you just jump. And when he said that, my Keith and my husband, he looked at me so funny, and I just looked at him. So he would know that he sounded like my dad. I'm at work in the mornings during, well, when you have the day off, wait, what are you doing on here if you're at work? Swift Seller, what are you doing on here at work? I know Dwayne comes on here during his work time. All right, Sonia, I'm not having coffee at this time of the night. Oh, it's night? You say it's 10, is that AM or PM for you? Oh, you're slacking? Well, my husband checks in sometimes if he gets a break, and he comes in here and he'll say hey to everybody and he'll watch it, and then he gets called back out. He works for the city. He's a city worker, They may have him doing asphalt or driving a dump truck. My husband kind of can do it all. They'll have him do the concrete work, and he just never knows. I never know what he'll get. All right, you're at a desk. Hey, I used to be that way. I worked, I was at a desk all day too. So Sonia, did you say it is 10 a.m. or for you, or 10 p.m.? You said you're not having coffee at this time of the night.
Oh, they probably hit A instead of the P.
So goodness, where are you at? Did we both say that at the same time?
Oh, where are they from?
That's the only thing about not being able to have YouTube up while I'm doing this, because used to I could just click on somebody and know where you're from, but I have to wait till afterward and to make sure that I am sub to like you, Swift Seller, and Sonia, and you. I probably am, but I want to go back. I go back and check, and if I'm not subbed to somebody, I go ahead and sub to you guys.
Well, okay, so everybody knows right now Tommy is in a live, and he was in the middle of chatting.
He is.
Yeah, and he does an educational live in the morning, and so for like eBay and stuff like that, and so it's real hard for him to be able to step away from the computer when he's in that live. So
I was picking you guys. I wasn't. He's not that way.
No, and I have spoiled him that when he's on his live, that in the middle of his live, I will go down and grab his cup of coffee. I didn't realize that it was almost over. He needed coffee, so that was him letting me know that he was out of coffee. So he's a good man. He's a very good man.
Destiny is good, because Destiny will be fixing, even if we're talking on like FaceTime, she will be fixing his supper and fixing, So Destiny's like me. When Kevin comes in at 5, if I'm on or I'm talking to somebody, I try to take it down real quick so I can fix this supper, and now he'd rather fix his plate now. I mean, he just changed up on me. But no, my mom and dad, they my other two sisters, no. they would pretty much say, "You have legs, you go get one." I remember being at my sister's house and my husband telling me, "Hey, I got a phone number written on that." I know I didn't have anything else to write on.
And Tommy works all day. I mean, he's constantly working, and his show in the morning too is part of his job. So that it's part of his job that he loves, because he likes helping people out. And so I'm the housewife, I'm the mother, so that's the part that I like. No, he's not demanding at all. Because there's a lot of times where he'll make dinner and let me sit down and relax. And other times I do it's a give and take relationship. We do for each other equally. And so it's just in the mornings. I forgot this morning, so my bad, and he just giggled at me when I came downstairs. So when I brought him or went and got his cup, I was like, oops, sorry. He just laughed at me. Yeah, see now my dad growing up was old fashioned. So, my mom couldn't have told him he had legs, go get it. Towards the end of their relationship, yeah, because they're divorced now, but towards the end of the relationship, yeah, my mom was like, "You got legs, go get it yourself."
Hey, honey. No, see,
Kimberly.
when my dad, I was the go getter. I was the one that wanted to wait on my dad. I loved it, So when he wanted coffee, I ran to get it. And my other two sisters, no, they decided they weren't going to live like that. They weren't going to eat, so they didn't. And so we were in Florida one time, and Keegan told me, "Get up and get me some tea." And my sister looked at him, and I think this was before I ever had Casey. But my sister looked at him and said, "You got legs. Why don't you go in there and get her some tea?" And I'm sitting there, my eyes are big, and I started to get up. She said, "No, sit down." And I sit down because she's 2 years older and she's the strong female. And I sit down. And he said, "Go get me some tea." And I go to get up. She said, "Sit down." She said, "How about you go get me some tea?" And I think he went in there and fixed him and her a cup of tea, a glass of tea. But, she used to tell him, my sisters were like, "Why?" And he would really show out in front of them. Things that he wouldn't do, like he wouldn't talk like that. But when he'd get in front of them, he would try to act all this
Macho.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and I could just see in their eyes that they just, oh my God. And he would do that with all these liberated women. Well, when I get home,
Tommy did yesterday. We had to run to the store yesterday, right? So we walk into Family Dollar. One of the employees is coming, like she's sweeping the carpet, right, in between the two glass doors, and she comes to walk back out into the little lobby area with all like the vending machines between the two doors, and he pretends that he tripped over his own feet, pretending wise, okay. And she just happens to come around the corner as he's doing that, and he turns around and goes, "How dare you try to shove me into the door?" And da-da-da. And her first reaction was like, "What did I just see?" Like shocked. And then he starts laughing, and she just kind of looked at him, and then it clicked. She remembered him because he's done it before, right? We get what we needed to get. We get in line, and he's being slick, like he's talking slick, right? And the cashier looks at him and goes, she's like, "Keep talking like that. She's liable to really trip you." I'm just like, oh boy. I'm like, because I really like the look on her face when he did that. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get in trouble for something I didn't do. Like he was so convincing, and it took her a minute to reel, but yeah, I mean, it was Tommy's a stinker. He is a stinker. He likes to do that show off. I'm the king of the castle type thing too, but it's all show. It's not real. I mean,
Well,
people,
it wasn't like that with me growing up, and that's why my sister, she said she could not, that she couldn't watch, what was it, Orange County Choppers? Wasn't that what it was with the dad and the brothers?
I'm not sure.
They
I don't watch.
did but they used to do they used to make the different motorcycles and stuff, and all of the arguing back and forth, the dad just saying what he would say.
Yeah.
My sister stopped watching it because she said, why would I want to watch people arguing? She said like that, a dad being like that. She said, I grew up that way. I can't watch something like that. So, a lot of people probably thought, well, it's just entertainment. It might be entertainment, to some, but
for others, it's something that they've actually gone through. Like, and that's the thing, I was married before, and I'm divorced. It was actually annulled through the Catholic Church, my first marriage. And so, but in that relationship I had there, it was a bad relationship. Like, if his dinner was not on the table at 5 p.m. when he walked in that door, man, I got it. If his clothes weren't folded the right way, I got it. If something was out of place, it was a very bad situation, and to be with somebody like Tommy who jokes around with it and help me come out of my shell, it's
well, like with Kevin, when I started having health issues, I did everything. I was programmed to be I loved doing for my dad because I was a dad's girl. So I was programmed that I loved to wait on the person I loved. The first one I had, just 2.5 years, don't mean nothing, but I was that way. I cleaned the house. I did everything I was supposed to, but that ain't what he wanted. We were young. And I was like, got married at 19. And he wasn't about all that. So then when I met Kevin, I did all that. I did that. He wasn't used to it, but then he got used to it. But then when I had started having health issues and started having surgeries and stuff like that, every time he turned around, he learned I think he washed clothes for the first time when my daughter had surgery. And I went up there with her, like, gosh, an hour and a half away. It was in Birmingham. And they cut to her aorta just in a gallbladder surgery. And there I am up there with our car, and she almost died. Well, they said she died on the table. So I'm up there for days, and he's like lost because he asked somebody how to wash clothes, and he didn't know how to do any of that stuff. So he'll take his clothes back there now, and he will, sometimes he'll come in here and cook something for himself. So he's come a long way from when we first got together. He don't even like the way I cook scrambled eggs anymore. I mean, so I said, you know what? How in the world? I do them the same way I've always done them. But yeah, he'll come in here and fix him some breakfast and ask me if I want breakfast food. So, or he'll fix extra so I can eat with them. And things change. But we've been together for 33 years.
Yeah.
And
you learn a habit, you learn a routine, you get into a routine. I always hear people say, oh, I've got him trained. what exactly is he, a dog? I mean, like it gets confusing hearing some of these people talk. Some, especially women, talk about their men. It's like you need to uplift them, not talk down to them or treat them like that. Like I could never say I had Tommy trained, maybe jokingly, but I could never say that because we work as a team. Regardless of what the
Yeah.
situation is, we work as a team. And so, like tomorrow, I get to be on his show, and I get to. His show is about um, reseller wives and stuff like that, like how we deal with being with a reseller. And so, it's just my personal feeling. You know, I'm gonna be spilling some beans tomorrow. You know, and so
At what time? Throw in the link.
I gotta pull it up. I think it's around about 9 central, 9 a.m. central. So I will try to be here beforehand. But I might have to get ready to be on there. Oops, there it is.
That's fine, because then I could go and watch you guys. Because tomorrow, like I said, we won't be doing Porch Church. It's been so emotional and draining, and with me and Casey, and so we'll start back Monday. So I'll shut it down 10 so I can watch your show and Tommy.
All right, so here is Tommy's link to his YouTube channel, The Bargain Effect. You know, and it's just my, like I'm going to explain from the very start when him and I got together, because he's always been a reseller, always. And so I was never a reseller. I'm still not a reseller. I'm a helper. I'm a supporter. I'm a cheerleader, but that's about as far as it goes because I don't understand a lot of the stuff that comes with being a reseller. Like I can find items and stuff like that, but so that's what tomorrow's show is about. I'm super excited, and he asked me to be on with them, so that's where I'll be tomorrow morning. I might still have my crazy hat on though for tomorrow for his show. I don't know. It depends on how he feels, but yeah, he hasn't made his thing. But just watch out. If you guys subscribe to the Bargain Effect, you'll get a notification when he does his thing.
Casey, Granny Josie just put a Miss Porch Church. I told her that just pray for us for a peace of mind, and we'll get back Monday. You hear, Mr. Pickles is showing out. Oh,
Hi, Casey.
You should not have. Did you hear Destiny say hey?
Hi, Destiny. Hi, everybody.
Timmy's in there and Key Kisses.
Key Kisses says, me getting sick really bonded my husband and I think the fear of losing someone you love really makes you think about your own mortality and the feeling of loss. And you know what? I agree 100% because I almost lost Tommy 2 years ago, and he almost lost me in May. And so we have our tips, but any good relationship is going to have disagreements. It's how you handle those disagreements that makes you strong or weak.
Yeah, and that's like now when Keevan got sick in December. Casey and I have never, and I've been with him all these years, have never seen him that sick, and it was scary. It was to the point that he was on his knees. Remember that? He got on his knees beside the bed and asked me to pray for him. And I said, let me get Casey in here too. He said, well, I don't want to bother him. I said, this is a family prayer thing. But that is how sick he was. I mean, I have never known that man to be out of work for a week sick. Even when he had his gallbladder taken out. Hernia. He had hernia surgery, and he was out there putting lattice around our front porch. And I'm like, you're not supposed to be doing this. But he actually was so sick, it put him to his knees. And it scared me, and it scared Casey. And it was a constant constant prayer thing.
Yeah.
You know, being a stay-at-home, you know, people think being a stay-at-home wife or mother, a lot of people think that that is just sitting, watching TV or being on the internet, which I am on the internet right now. And my lower back is getting me right now. But that's a full-time job. It is very much. But even when I worked, it was a full-time job. And Casey said he didn't realize what I did. Would you read? Because I use some of your cream.
Yeah.
But
You know, and that's the thing, you know, that's the thing. You know, being a mom, being a wife, I mean, those are two different jobs right there. A lot of things intertwine with being a wife and a mom, but it is very difficult. Like when you're a wife and you're a mom, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're the chef, you're the maid, you're this, you're that, you know, because that's what your family needs. You bend to what your family needs so that they have what they need. And a lot of people don't understand that. And, you know, I have talked to people, hold on. Hey, it's okay. You know, I've talked to people that were like, oh, I'll never be a mom. I'll never be a wife. It's too demanding. Well, then you're never going to be fully fulfilled. That's how I look at it.
And it's another thing too that you take on, and it's something that I haven't been able to give up. And that's what ties back into, I guess, the feeling of not being around my grandchildren now. That pulling at my heart and that ache. Because, you know, I was used to it. I was used to having a bunk bed in our room, and that was, I called it my grandson's perch. And we just recently took it down.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, but from the time of 7 years old up until, gosh, 7 years, he, if he ever come here, even when he was almost too long for the bunk bed, he would go in there with his, you know, with his controllers or whatever he done. And that was his way of, that was his perch.
Yep.
And, you know, but you take on the emotional stuff. You take on all the emotional stuff of your children when they're little. You're the one that you know, if they come in and you see they've had a hard time, you know, at school, it hurts your heart. So you take in all that emotional stuff as they, you know, and even as they grow up, it's more emotional. I mean, I tell people it gets more and more emotional the older they get. And then when they move out, that doesn't stop. And when you're a mom that has been so used to the talking to your kids and staying in close contact and them coming to you about everything, and when they move out and they start changing, it hurts because you can't separate those emotions. And, you know, my husband will say, well, just don't think about it or don't worry about it. It's ingrained in you. It is in every being. And so when one is out there and they're not talking to you or whatever, you can't just, I can't just not think about it because it's like I want to fix something. I just want to fix something.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's what we do as parents, you know, or as mothers and as wives. We need to fix everything. We need to make sure that, you know, we're there. You know, we need to know every last detail.
And there's single dads out there. There's single dads out there that have to go through this. Hey, I had a single dad at my daycare one time. He was great. He even his stepson. He even did things with his stepson after him and his wife divorced. You know, and he tried to do. He was the best single dad. I mean, because it's a sad story. His dad killed his mother. So he was raised by his aunt. So he not only lost his mom, but that changed everything. He lost his dad too.
Yeah.
So, you know, before he told me his story, he was like, "Oh my gosh, here he comes. He's not gonna just walk away. His little boy's gonna keep crying." But you know, as I heard the story, I knew why. He wanted to be the best dad ever, and he
Mhm.
was. He was a great single dad.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. You know, it's not just us women that change when children are born. It's men change too. You know, fathers change. And the one thing that I have to admire about a man is the ones that choose to stay, they put their all in it. You know, and that's a rare gift. You know, it really is. And then
Well,
I
and what's weird now?
single dads, like you were saying, you know, single dads, it's probably more rough on a single father than it is a single mother, because we have other single mothers that we can lean on and ask questions and go to, where a single father, there's not that many. So who do they turn?
Well, but I'm finding out more and more. I'm gonna tell you, the courts today, you see more fathers getting custody of children now. I'm
Oh,
seeing,
okay.
I am seeing too many young women that are just giving their kids away. You know, they don't want the responsibility. I don't understand that, but I see it more and more, and that's why I tell people. I said, you know, you have to do what you're supposed to do as a mom, because the courts don't see it anymore as all kids need to just be with their mother. But um, I like, it's weird how things can change also, because my daughter will go to my husband about things, and when she was a teenager, she never could understand, because he was so strict. He was so strict. And you know, because his oldest daughter was raised by her mother, after that. We had her for a few years. But, you know, he didn't have any control
Mhm.
over what she did. And so it was like with Tiffany, she didn't understand a lot of stuff. And I would have to
Yeah.
explain it to her. But now she will go to him before she will me. And it is because Kevin has a different way about him. I am like, well, let me tell you this. I'm that kind of mom. I am that kind of mom. And Destiny, like, look, you guys, Casey will be in here sometimes and do something, and I get my eyes big with him too. And or if he's had friends over, you know, I've never been one that if his friends came over, if they done something out of line, I'd be like, look. I remember one girl when we had the pool lot, you know, the kids had their friends over, and we were always up the pool doing things during the summer, and we wouldn't close it until about October. But we had some girl up there, and I think there was somebody had some wine coolers in the cooler, and she was like, "Oh, I drink those. My mom lets me drink those." I looked at that girl. I said, "Well, you know what? Then you just need to go home, because I don't care what your mom lets you do at home. You're not going to do it at my house. There's not going to be any smoking or drinking anything. So you could just go
Right.
home." And she wasn't a regular at my house. That's the first and last time. I don't even know where that chick come from, that little young girl. But she didn't come back. But the ones that were always here with Casey, the girls that was always here, they knew. And even though they knew my rules, most of them wanted me to adopt them. And I'm like, I don't want another teenage girl. Mm-mm. I love you. You're welcome to come here to my house anytime, all the time, spend the night if you want. But you guys would not like my rules. You just enjoy the love that you get when you're here. But the everyday, day to day, because Destiny, you tickle me when you tell the kids their chores and stuff. And oh, it brings back memories, you guys. It brings back memories. Where's your daughter at? Where's Jaslyn?
Come here. Come say hi. she's maxing, relaxing on the couch. We have a lot to do today because now that we have, well, the upstairs isn't completely done, but their rooms are done.
Yes.
There she is.
Hey, Jaslyn.
Hello.
With that beautiful hair like your mama's.
She
You look just like your mama.
oh, I was like, what is that? It tickled. Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Yeah,
Look.
she was chilling and relaxing on the couch.
Okay, are you guys going to be home tomorrow,
Yes.
Jaslyn? Well, you know what tomorrow is.
What's tomorrow?
Crazy Hat Day.
usually you're all more excited than that. Although you're pulling my hair out.
See, me and my mom are getting. Well, I'm getting black on top of my head.
Okay. Anyway. Yes, I have gray. See, and this is the joys of having a girl because, you know, she just pointed out all my gray.
Oh, Casey does that.
Yeah, she's like, I got dark roots. Mom's got gray. Goofball.
Yep.
But yeah, so tomorrow is Crazy Hat Day, and we were gonna do Tuesday art therapy, but we had to get that upstairs done. And I really wasn't on, like, I was listening to people, I was working, but I wasn't really in like the chat and whatnot. Yeah, she's my ham.
Oh, Sonia, my son would tell me. Usually I'll ask him, does this look too bad for me to walk out of the house in? And I mean, he's my straight shooter as far as my makeup, my hair, the way I'm dressed, you know. And he'll say sometimes, well, Mom, it looks okay, but I know you're self-conscious and you're not going to be comfortable, you know. So, I mean, but now if it's something that don't look, he'll be like, Mom, you just don't need to wear that no more. So I have a
Joey inherited my color blindness. And so me and him, like, if we're sitting there trying to, like, figure out an outfit or something for him or for me, because I do let the kids help me pick my outfits sometimes. Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation for us. So Tommy or JustSandi usually has to help us.
Oh my goodness, Sonia. You have 4 girls? Are you saying you have 4 girls?
Yeah, I think that's what she said. That's crazy. Our neighbor has 4 girls, and she's a lot grayer than I am. Hi, Tiffany. That's my little sis right there.
Yes, that's my other child. And Mary Deals, goodness gracious.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Almost good afternoon. You guys, if you would saw how I started out, wasn't nobody on. I just threw this sucker together and I'm just looking all crazy. And I'm sitting there having to talk to myself. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, having, you know, everybody is always saying, oh, boys are the hardest to raise. Boys are the hardest to raise. Nope. It's a girl. Why? Well, at least for me, it's a girl. And the reason being is because she is way too much like I am. Way too much like I am.
Now, I have to say, Casey is more like me. And Tiffany always says, oh, Mom, I grew up just like Daddy. And she does. She is so much like Kevin. And Casey is more like me.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it is here, too. But JustSandi does have some of my attitude. It's like the attitude that I should be displaying. I don't. She took it from me. And girls are so, like, super, I don't even know the word. It's like, yeah, I have a mini me, and I don't know how my mom handled me because I know I was a pretty good kid. Like, I wasn't one of those kids that went out and partied and got in trouble and this and that. You know, I was a really good kid, but I do know that I had attitudes, but I never did it in front of my mom. I never disrespected my mom ever. Even at 39 years old, I would never disrespect my mom. My mom's one of my best friends.
Mary Beth, you have 7 children. Are you serious? You have 7 kids, 4 girls and 3. I couldn't imagine. I could not even imagine. Amanda's supposed to come. Okay. That's Destiny laughing.
Did you read the comment from what is that, Sonia, mental health and homesteading? Yes. Yep. Girls are harder to raise.
Yeah, the boys just
Girls
punch.
are beep. I will not repeat that word, but
Yeah.
okay, I you guys can read the chat. And hold grudges. Boys just punch each other and it's all over. Sorry, it cracked me up.
Each other, then it's all over.
Very
Girls
blunt,
hold
very
grudges. Sonia, look, me and my younger brother, he was 2 years younger than me. We would be rolling around, fighting each other out in the dirt, and be just, rolling around. Yeah. And then I'd go to my room and cry because I never liked conflict. And, and then we'd be fine, but didn't nobody else better not mess with them. And that's how I was. And he knew it. And he would do things around the neighborhood to make people mad because he knew that I would step in and be his protector.
That's how it is with Joseph.
Sonia had 5 kids. Sonia, mental health and homesteading. You're going to have to be a new person for you, though.
See, and when I was growing up, I wanted 5 boys and 1 girl. I wanted all my boys older, my youngest, a girl. I ended up with Joey and Jess. And Jaslyn, I will tell you, I love my daughter to death. She is amazing. She is smart. She's brilliant. She's beautiful. She looks like my mom.
And I'm crazy.
But that girl filled all 5 spots of boys that I wanted in one child. And she's my girl.
I always had a house full anyway. I didn't have but 2, but I always had a house full. And, then as they got to be teenagers, I started working in daycares. And then I ended up with my own daycare with 12 kids. Oh, I used to be silly. I loved it. It was like I got to buy toys again. I got to play dress up and,
And I look at it this way. I was blessed to have 2. I am very grateful for that. I don't need to have any more children because guess what? My daughter's a social butterfly. We are going to have people in and out of this house all the time, so I can make up for the rest of the kids that I wanted to have that didn't have, and I can send them home. Just like when Jaslyn gets older.
I can't wait till you move out.
Hi, honey.
Are you gonna come say hi?
MawMaw, you're not fast enough this morning. Tommy's going to show his wonderful face, MawMaw.
Be quick.
Come here. Oh, you got to see it. Look, MawMaw's moving.
She's trying. She's getting there. She's getting there.
She said, hang on. There he is, MawMaw.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey.
You handsome devil, you.
No, it's only 10:47.
Tommy, she always loves seeing that face of yours.
Yes, it always makes my day. And Destiny too.
Hello, MawMaw. I got you some feathers of Mr. Pickle that I'm going to be sending as soon as
great. And you'll do her.
Hey, Perlini.
Hey, hon.
Here's some.
Oh, how pretty.
Oh, that is pretty.
Can you get them?
What? Let me. Okay.
Isn't that pretty? Yeah.
Gray, storm gray.
Oh, I love that color.
Yep. So when he's losing them, we're picking them up and putting them in.
Oh, they'll take them off.
Isn't they pretty?
Yeah.
There we
If
go.
one of them gets loose, they'll preen themselves and pull it on out.
I like the little hook that's over down here.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of a shark fin.
Yeah.
And then we have some littler ones too. Here's another one. This one has more yellow than green and blue.
Oh yeah, I love that
And then
color.
there's like a little bunch of little ones. I didn't know what sizes you needed for your dream catchers, so I
Any and all.
The bigger the dream.
The bigger the feathers, the bigger the dreams.
That's right.
yeah, and we also he lost one of his flight feathers. I don't know how that happened, but that
Oh wow, I like that one too. I put that in one of my hats.
yeah. So I have a little tub full.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't realize all these people came from big families and had. Look at her.
Hey, I'm so big.
No, you're not. You're like 5 foot.
Did you hear Tommy?
What did he say?
I said I'm still big, and he's like, "No, you're not. You're still 5 foot."
Oh. Well, I used to be almost 5'9", and now I'm 5'6", and I still tell people, I said, look, they straightened my neck out. That should have gave me at least 3 more inches back, but it didn't.
Yeah, I used to be 5'8"
I
too.
told him you used to be tall.
Yep.
Used to be tall.
Did you want to go back to both of us so people can see you talking?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't mind, but
I was stuck on. Look, you look better than me, girl. You gone? Yeah, I'm not gonna catch you on the internet.
Amazon, yeah, Eat Sleep Amazon, Tiffany, aka LizzAnn. Yes, those are Mr. Pickle feathers.
Look, Swiss feller's got to jump off because he's gonna be caught on the internet at work.
Oh, all right. Well, have a good day.
Bye, Swiss feller. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah. Tiffany, aka Lil Sis. Tommy wants to know if you're ready to have fun this weekend.
So I said party.
Oh, party this weekend. My bad.
Yeah.
And Mary Beth, I think that's why I liked having the kids, their friends here. I liked having the noise and all that because that's what I was used to. The girls are messy. I'll never forget Tiffany had a spend the night party in our living room, and it was girls laid out everywhere, and they were messy. Them girls, yeah, girls just
Kids noises. Pack them up. Send them.
Tommy got way overexcited about that. I think you got some kids coming. He's gonna priority mail them. Oh wait, no. Cubic, what is that? Freight. Oh, he's gonna send them freight.
well, they think, all right, bring them here. You know what? I'll teach them face painting and making arts and crafts.
Yeah. So Tuesday, they are going to be over here at the table doing art therapy with us.
Yay!
So, I think what I'm going to do is, because that's also around the time that Tommy does this live, so what I think Tuesdays is going to be for, because we decided to homeschool again.
Okay.
Regular school, but we decided to homeschool them again this year. And so Tuesdays are going to be art therapy. So
well, good.
I did because I wasn't sure if you... All right, you got to do that again. Okay, Joey, bring me that box. So Tommy, you're right. You're wrong way. So Tommy said when the kids are done eating, they have to try to get into this box to make sure they get into this box, and we'll ship them to you. Here you go. They don't have. Oh, we can send them media mail. They don't have advertising. Wait. That might be a problem because Jocelyn talks too much, and she's always trying to get people to go to the bargain fact. Always.
Well, look, she needs to start telling people get up early and get with Miss Darlene because Miss Darlene gets up early.
All right. Sounds good. You know what? We should make a couple cards and hand them out up here. People.
I love the thing that you did for me. The cross that made me cry.
What?
That made me cry. And you guys, look, I done crashed your party from the bed, didn't I? Well, what night was that you guys did the party? Friday night or Saturday?
Saturday night.
Huh? Friday night?
Saturday night.
Saturday? Look, I just had to. I done jumped in and out so quick.
Yep.
But I stayed in listening to you guys. You guys were a mess. I had fun.
I was eating marshmallows and drinking a wine cooler. Ooh, did I not feel very well the next morning?
Yeah. All right, guys, that's what she made for me.
Yep, I made her one that she can put on a hoodie, and I made one that she can put on her YouTube.
Yes. Sisters in the gospel. Yes.
Tommy wants to know if Casey has business cards.
I gotta go.
I didn't hear. Are you there? She stuck me on the hello everybody.
Did she boot herself?
I don't know if she booted herself or she left me big. I can't tell. Much love, everybody. No, there she is. We weren't sure what was going on.
No,
I might never asked about what I want.
what do you want? Because
I want chicken things and rice. That's what I want.
okay, I have two different men in the house wanting two different things, so
Who
I'll.
helps you cook?
You do.
Exactly. Chicken things.
We'll get your daddy some Chef Boyardee spaghetti.
He gonna get some spaghetti rings. Not even spaghetti O's. He get generic spaghetti rings.
Here, Casey.
Does Casey have business cards?
Do you have business cards yet, babe?
I did, but they had the wrong telephone number on them.
Oh yeah.
So I just threw them all away.
He threw them all away because they didn't have the right telephone number on. You should give them to me because I could use them in my paint stuff. I tried to spread glue yesterday and I had to do it with my fingers.
You know that you can use one of those things they're like paint knives.
Yeah, and I think I have one. But no, he doesn't. He doesn't now.
Does he have a template?
Does Casey have a template for his cards?
Casey, do you have a template for how your cards work?
On Vistaprint.
He says, yeah, on Vistaprint.
He said on Vistaprint. Oh, you're right there. I didn't realize he was right there.
Tell me what he created for me, though. All right, showcase again. I'm going to highlight on you again.
All right, let me get it.
I'll be able to use it I need to download it as a.
Yep, I sent 2 copies. One is for a hoodie. The other one is for a thumbnail or a business card or whatever she'd like to do with it.
Isn't that pretty?
It's pretty.
When she showed it to me, I cried. And then I couldn't type because I can't type. I can't see once I start crying.
So, yeah, I mean, I've been playing with this app and stuff, and I love doing stuff like this. And so
that would be beautiful on a white t-shirt, white hoodie, it's beautiful.
And Highland.
Black hoodies too, darker hoodies. It pops too.
Oh, does it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to. Now, did you go ahead and do it on yours so I could find it?
Nope, I made that specifically for you. I sent you the hoodie the outline or the size for a hoodie, and then a size for your YouTube thumbnail. That is all for you.
Okay, because I tried to look into Teespring. I just stopped because I didn't have anything to put on there. Anything to show. Oh, Mary Beth said that's way better than in the prayer closet with Darlene. Hi, Julie's Fab Finds. All right, who?
What was your name before? I got all sorts of confused.
I know, me too.
Good morning and welcome. And yes, T, I love.
Julie Roasting. Well, it's about dang time. I'm just gonna get all up in your Kool-Aid. Where you been? She's been with us back when everything went on Casey's channel. When she was with Casey when he was still going under Geisha, and we would do Bible study under Geisha. So Julie goes way back.
Awesome.
Julie.
Well, I wrote it down, so I have a note. Although I
am so glad to see you back. Now look, Mary Beth. All right, saying prayer closet, but what about doing one with in the war room? In the war room with Norgus. See?
Okay. Do you want me to get
because if none of you have seen the movie War Room, I tell people watch it, you guys. It's so good. But yes, I had somebody stop by and they said, "Oh, you have a war room." And I'm like,
written down, I will come up with the design for that for you. And then what was the other one? We have the Christian womanhood.
See, Julie, no, she says she needs to watch that movie War Room. It is such a good movie. Wait, Sonia, where do you
is that Sonia, Mental Health and Homesteading? If I butchered your name, I do apologize, but can I get your real name so I can add that to my list so I'm not butchering your name so bad?
So, Sonia, where do you live, honey? Because if it is 2 a.m. where you're at, you must be. I want to know where you at.
Yeah, we can put that down.
You are so right. You are so right. We are fighting a war right now. We are fighting one, and me and Casey's fighting one in this house. And I told him yesterday, I walked in there and I sat down and just cried and prayed. And I told him, I said, we can't go back to you in your room and me in my room. I said, we can't give up what God has put in front of us to do.
Yeah, she had it.
So, Julie?
She might be in Australia. Is it nighttime in Australia? Oh, he's talking to the kids.
Well, Australia, I think it would be 12 a.m. right now. I think they are 12 hours behind, but I could be wrong. But Julie, no, you have not missed anything. But now you remember when I was in the backdrop. Now Casey does the Porch Church Network. We'll start back Monday, and he'll be doing that. But no, I come on early in the morning, and I do this until we do Porch Church. But we're just not doing that today,
right?
But
for a loop.
Julie, you just didn't know that Casey's mama was right out there. Oh goodness, yeah. And I'm telling you, I blame it. You guys blame it on. You guys just blame it on Dwayne. Julie, blame it on Mothership Products and Dwayne. Dwayne told me to come out of the shadows. Now I think he wants to put it back in there. Okay. After this, I'll be able to go to her channel and I'll either already be subbed because of the McClendon homestead or I will. I am a mess, Julie. You should have known Casey got his. You should have wondered where Casey got his from. Casey got his from me. He got his from me.
Australia. There. My computer must be a little behind for chat. So, and Victoria. Australia, Victoria, and my name is. Oh boy.
Oh, and you didn't butcher it. It's Sonia.
Sonia? Okay. All right, I'm refreshing. You told me to refresh, so I'm gonna
Well,
refresh.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. But yeah, 2 a.m. Whew.
See, when I realized what time it was here, I was able to.
I had a friend in Australia. She did daycare. So when I would be opening my daycare at 5:30 in the morning, it was nighttime, and
Oh, there it
she
goes.
and I would talk.
What was that?
Well, you guys, it is 12:03. One person wants chicken things, and another wants spaghetti. So I guess I'll be doing both. I'll just do chicken spaghetti, and so
There
that
you
way
go.
chicken will go for both. And if you guys don't know what chicken things are, I guess me and Casey might do a video on cooking chicken things.
I just learned how to make cutlets.
What's cutlets?
Chicken cutlets. Yeah, it's like a chicken fried steak.
Oh, okay.
You use spaghetti sauce instead of the country fried gravy.
Yeah.
It's really good. I did awesome, and it's all gone already.
Well,
yeah. It's an Italian dish, I guess. And so Tommy taught me how to make it, and I made it 2 nights ago, and it was awesome. So I want to see your recipe, and I'll show you my recipe.
Well, I'm gonna do chicken things. I'm gonna do chicken things. It's you roll chicken up in a crescent roll, and it's all this cheese sauce, and it's then you put rice. You fix rice on the side, and the cheese sauce goes on that too. So anyway, that's what I'll be doing. So I guess it's time for me to get up, stretch my back, put my puppy up because she will eat my blanket. There's so many holes in my blanket, and I'm like, you know what? I'll wash it, turn the blanket to the other side where nobody will see the holes until I get money to buy me a new blanket. Yeah, puppy life, you guys, puppy life. Sonia,
dog mom life. There we go.
Sonia, come back, sit a spell with us, as we say in the South. Thank you for visiting my kitchen table, and you are part of the Crawley household now, and we love you and we welcome you, and all the rest of you. I love you guys. And Miss Pixie Chick, that's my girl. That's my redheaded daughter now. And the big, tall, handsome fellow is my SIL, and
he's on the porch now. I'm listening. He's here. He's listening. He's like, I heard that. He giggled. I heard him giggle.
And MawMaw could just look. We just let MawMaw look at him for just a little bit.
I know that when we come to visit, Mama's gonna lock him up and not let him go.
There is a gate on her door with the lock on it, so we'll lock her in there. We'll lock MawMaw.
Mama's gonna lock you away so you can't leave.
And I got a friend's request from your hubby, so I'll be adding him. And you say your YouTube channel is going to be Meet Robin T. I will be looking forward to it.
All right, let me write that down.
Yeah. T has a video cooking with them.
Cool.
Oh, thank you.
I wrote it down. I left notes all the time.
Uh-oh. Mama done jumped in. Mama, we're about to shut it down.
I don't know if he watched it or not. Babe, Mama said if I was 50 years younger, look out.
I know that's right.
Oh, I love Mama.
All right, Mama. Wait a minute. Then Sonia jumps in there and says, "You're making me hungry." Okay. We have 2 different conversations going on about 2 different things, but when you mash them up,
It just doesn't look right.
Sonia, mental health and homesteading. This is what we do. I say, we make a joyful noise unto the Lord with laughter and oh hush now. We all laughing. Ain't nobody getting serious. Look, Mr. Pickles, you got to let your daddy get some time in sometimes. But yes, welcome back. Spend some time. Julie, I am over the roof that you're back. I have missed you and I love you. And I love Destiny.
Much love.
Love you guys. Love you guys.